following is an Eagle Media Sports presentation. North Platte High Sports on NorthPlattePost.com, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by
Justin Thompson Agency, American Family Insurance, Hands of the Heartland, La Casa del Rios, Dave's Place, Cole Jonasson with High Street Insurance.
North Platte will reset the offense. Eli Broman steps back for three in the corner again. That is 3 threes for Eli Broman today. 9 points and a timeout going to be called by Alliance.
Al's Lock and Save, State Farm agent Bobby Holtz, Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, The Fortified Group, Larry's Glass, Shelter Insurance agents Pete Bolts and Brett Rogo, Puro Clean.
Now to Gans. Gans. Oh, that's going to be stolen by Kaminsky. Kaminsky up the court now with it. Having Kaminsky Euroing up for the layup.
Oh, it's a left-hand scoop.
Great Plains Health. Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy. Jay Engel with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Runza. Double Dips. Merrick's Ranch House. Mid-Plains Community College. Szechuan Famous Food and Sushi Bar. The Cedar Room.
Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome into the Doghouse, everybody. FM 98.1, AM 1410. I'm Paxton Gordon. I am here for what is the final home games of the season for the Bulldogs as they battle Scottsbluff and the Bearcats tonight in some basketball action. Joining me, as he always loves to do, and I'm happy that I get to see him again, Mr. Jeff Smeltzer joins me. Jeff, it's a pleasure to see you, and it's good to, as we always say, be back home here in the Doghouse.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been home, and it's been a while since you and I have done a broadcast.
Feels like a reoccurring theme that it's been a long time since we've been home.
Had a couple home games, and then I think we went on another 5-game road trip, and now we're back in the Doghouse, so good to be home.
It always is good to be home, specifically since this is the last home game of the season for North Platte High School as they battle Scottsbluff today and then Gehring tomorrow for senior night. But it's been a tumultuous last couple of games, specifically here for the North Platte High girls basketball team. Well, heck yeah, as Miss Janelle Euling makes her way up. Well, thank you so much, as she, as always, the superstar she is. Scottsbluff 12-8 on the season. North Platte 5-15. The girls are on a 2-game losing streak, falling to Shattern on the 31st of January. And then, of course, in their last matchup versus Crete, 63-27. And Jeff Smeltzer, that Crete squad is quite a spectacle, that team is. And they were all the parts of a good team as we anticipated they would be.
They were. I got there late, and I only got to see about the fourth quarter, and they were as good as advertised. And I hope that film got destroyed. Same with the boys. I don't ever want to see the boys or girls game from Crete again. It was not their best effort for either team, but both teams worked really hard this week, and I'm expected to see a much better effort out of both of these teams.
Yeah, and of course, North Platte High School getting Miss Peyton Jones back last time against Crete. And I think that's a huge addition just because of as we've talked many of times leading up to even that Crete game, just about how the Dogs really been lacking a consistent ball handler. And when somebody like Peyton Jones and Josie Douglas go down with an injury, who have been your primary consistent ball handlers, you knew the offense was going to struggle just a little bit. So, it was good to see her back in action against Crete. You wish it was against a little bit of an easier opponent before throwing her to the Wolves immediately. Of course, she was shaking off the rust, and with another pretty prolonged break for this squad to get rested and really get that chemistry back together, you're actually kind of excited to face a team like Scottsbluff tonight.
Yeah, not only her ball handling, but she has the ability to stretch the defense. Probably one of the best three-point shooters on this Lady Bulldog squad.
And I think the best perimeter defender as well on the Bulldogs.
So keep her out of foul trouble, and she can be prone to turnovers, so protect the ball. I think this week, like I said, I think they had 2 really good weeks of practice, the boys and the girls. So look for some good things out of Peyton. Like you said, shaking the rust off against Crete. It had been a while since she'd been on the court.
As we see some old Jeff
Cousin Bob.
Smeltzer's got some old
Yep.
friends here at the doghouse. But
Mr. Bob Kelly.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Good to see Mr.
Yep.
Kelly.
We're related somehow. He's my dad's cousin, I think. So
You go down the chain, and there's a friend or a cousin somewhere down the long list. But I mean, it's tough because this is also you go from one good team to another good team. And I mean, that's just how high school basketball is. But while this Scottsbluff team is 12-8 on the season, this is a team that we've seen this iteration of Scottsbluff for almost 2+ years now, and they are all the hype they always have been when we see them come down here to play.
they're always well coached and always super athletic. Tough team to play, and they seem to be really balanced. Like I said, I haven't seen the girls this year, but in the years past, Bearcats always really balanced. Don't rely on one superstar. They've got a whole team that can carry the load.
Yeah, they really haven't lost a whole lot, of course, from last year's team. Some of the prominent figures that they've lost are about 1 or 2, but the same are still here. Of course, in Ava Reed, Addie Bolin, Heidi Grosskopf, Finley Martin, Chesney Joplin. So a lot of these names we've seen last year, a couple of them kind of being elevated into the starting role, but players like Ava Reed, Addie Bolin, names that we've consistently talked about when Scottsbluff comes rolling around, have been some big problem makers for the Dogs on the defensive side when they have faced Scottsbluff.
Yeah, and only 3 seniors on the roster and just a couple juniors, so they rely on a lot of underclassmen to fill in for the Bearcats. So, but like I said, they can shoot and they're super athletic, so they're going to be a handful.
They are, and as you said, they're well coached as well. I mean, all the coaching staff, Ms. Hattie Burford as well, and then Coach Scott Gillen for the side of Scottsbluff. I mean, they're just a well-rounded program, which every year they just keep getting better and better and better and better,
Yeah.
and better and
Yeah.
better and better and better and better.
When you talk about reloading, both of these teams for the Bearcats just reload. They had they lost their point guard last year. I'm thinking of the boys' side.
Yes.
And then they had Trey Boswell move down to Texas, so they had to replace a couple, and they did it. I mean, they've got kids that stepped right up.
And then, of course, for the girls, they lost Rasmussen, who was their big contributor from last season's team. So, as you said, they reload every single year, and they stay just as good as always. We'll step aside, take a break, quick stop pregame show. When we come back, we will have more of our pregame show, talk about our keys to the game, and one step closer to our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting a lineup on FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NordPlattePost.com, sponsored by the Cedar Room.
Your favorite beers.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
You ever feel like there's no time for cooking dinner? On the go, all the time. Dave's Place can cover your hunger wherever you want to eat.
Stop into Dave's for lunch and dinner at 502 East Francis. Order carryout and take it on the go or DoorDash it straight to your couch.
You can enjoy Dave's anywhere. And what goes great with pizza? Wings. Plus the big game on to watch with your friends.
Let Dave's Place do dinner for you. 502 East Francis in North Platte.
Mom, I'm hungry. I know where to go.
Whoop, whoop.
For over 85 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
In North Platte, visit Jay Engel at fbfs.com/find-and-agent.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. Paxton Gordon here alongside Jeff Smeltzer as we have a few former North Platte High School ballers in the arena. Miss Addison Euling has made an appearance here today.
I bet we have a uniform for her if she wants to.
Yeah, I would happily have Addison Euling play some basketball if she was still eligible to. But we got some games ahead of us today. Scottsbluff are the opponents. North Platte will be facing Bulldogs, Bearcats action. Jump into our double dips, well, not even that, sorry, our Owls Lock and Save keys to the game and tell me how rusty I am. We'll start on the defensive side. This Scottsbluff team is just a versatile machine. They can go inside out whenever they have wanted to this season, but sometimes have gone a little cold from beyond the arc, and that's what North Platte is hoping for with a team, again, that is slowly starting to rebuild their chemistry with Peyton Jones getting back into the starting lineup, of course, last week against Crete, and you think here today, again, versus the Bearcats. I think defensively, it'll be interesting to see because we've seen some zone from this Bulldogs team, and we've seen a very little inklings of some man. But the team mostly this season has gone to their zone defense. And against Ava Reed and Addie Bolin, both at 5'10", you might feel there'll be a lot of that zone defense here tonight. Yeah,
I imagine that's what we're going to see. That's what we've seen the most of. So hopefully the Bearcats are cold from the outside. I'm watching them. Not so far, warming up. They're hitting their threes. But,
it's a Bulldog tradition, an opposing team coming to the doghouse and having their best three-point shooting night of the year.
They find our rims very friendly when they come to town. But again, on the offensive end, I hope we start inside out. Get in touch with Ava Franzen and Nora Whirl, and then kicking it out to the perimeter. Boy, I don't think I have my starters right. It looks like J.C. Fox is taking her warm-up.
Yeah, I know. You can blame that one on me, Jeff Smeltzer. It's all right. You can blame it on me.
That's okay. We got
actually 4 out of 5, correct, if you ask me.
I think we did, yeah. So.
But I think what I want to see offensively is moving Nora Whirl around. I agree that, of course, and head coach Tyson Hammond would agree, too. North Platte normally likes to get their offense initiated with a paint touch first and then pass it back out. But we've seen recently North Platte is trying to kind of move Nora Whirl around, and she has done that role pretty well in the few minutes that they've tried to do it. But I really wish with, again, how big this Scottsbluff team is and how well they can shoot the ball, that holistically that is what they do, is just move Nora around a little bit more, create some movement so that they're not staying stagnant for a team like Scottsbluff, which is really good defensively, to just park it in the paint and stop their interior passes.
And Nora has shown that she can hit some shots from the perimeter, so that'll stretch it out a little bit. And I imagine we're going to see some full court press like most teams do against the Lady Dogs, and let's see how they handle it tonight. See if they got a good press break in this week, and having Peyton Jones helps with her ball handling and her ball sense and her court vision. So,
and again, when you're getting pressed like you are from a standpoint like Scottsbluff does, having somebody like Peyton Jones who can control the ball so well, you don't have to worry too much about it getting away from you when you get pressure applied. Well, guess what? It's time to jump into our national anthem and starting lineup. So with this, we'll step aside, take a break. When we come back, Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineups and the start of this basketball game on FM 98. AM 1410 is Jeff Smeltzer. I'm sorry, that was on me. That's on me.
I thought we went to a break.
As Jeff Smeltzer will cough his lung out and get ready for the national anthem, we will sing it, and we will be ready for the game when we come back.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
Did those Those cold winter breezes make you realize there's more air coming into your house than there is outside. If your windows are rattling, fogging, or just plain drafty, it might be time for new ones. At Larry's Glass, they specialize in high-quality replacement windows that keep the cold out and the comfort in, saving you money on your energy bills, too. Stop shivering and start saving. Call Larry's Glass today or stop in at 211 West 5th. See the difference new windows can make.
Hey, Nebraska parents, did you know your local community college is offering free tuition for early entry in dual credit classes? At Mid-Plains Community College, your high schooler can jumpstart their future right now, saving money while earning real college credit. Picture this: the next nurse saving lives, the next entrepreneur building a better Nebraska, and it all starts while they're still in high school. Talk to your school counselor or visit npcc.edu to learn more. Students are responsible for course-related fees and must attend a Nebraska high school or homeschool to qualify.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open Monday starting in February. Also, try the new Philly cheesesteak sandwich, the most authentic cheesesteak in the area. Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Jeff Speltzer, me, Paxton Gordon here. It is time. It is time for our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District of North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade ice cream and waffle cones. Starting for Scottsbluff and the Bearcats, Ava Reed, the 5'10 senior, gets to start. Addie Bullen, 5'10 senior, starting as well. Heidi Grosskopf, 5'9 senior. Finley Martin, 5'10 freshman. And Chesney Joplin, the 5'7 freshman, getting the start for Scottsbluff. Jeff Speltzer, take it away for North Platte High School.
All right, for the Lady Dogs, J.C. Burke, a 5'8 junior. J.C. Fox, a 5'8 junior. Peyton Jones, a 5'6 junior. Ava Franson, a 5'8 senior. And the freshman in the middle, number 44, 6-foot freshman, Nora Whirl.
All right, Jeff Smeltzer, it's the last home games of the winter season for basketball. I can't believe we're saying that. And you know what? Why not end it on a happy note? Districts is coming up before you know it. Actually, it'll be here after next week.
Yeah.
Last game against Sydney next week. Of course, I'll be in Omaha for some state wrestling coverage. It'll be on NorthPlattePost.com as well as the Facebook page. So a lot of fun going on, but first we got to talk and play some basketball tonight. Jump is underway, and it's going to be won by Addie Bullen and Scottsbluff as we get started with the Bearcats leading the offense. From the left elbow, Joplin's shot is no good. And that's Nora Whirl, who had her hand on it, but they're going to say it's off of Addie Bullen down low. And Scottsbluff offensively not start on the right foot. And here comes North Platte the other way with it. Ava Franzen, top of the three-point line, has it for North Platte High.
Bearcats start out in a man-to-man defense.
Jones picks her dribble up, fires to J.C. Fox. Fox quicks lead to Burke. Burke hands it off to Franzen with 19 on the shot clock. Franzen now has it turned over, and it's picked up by Miss Heidi Grosskopf, and Grosskopf will slow things down, find Finley Martin, and Scottsbluff's offense starts once more. Reed to Grosskopf. Fires it right back to here, Miss Ava Reed on the left wing. She drives into a double team on the baseline, picks her dribble up, crosses it back into the corner. Grosskopf, bounce pass, and now they go down low once again. That one stripped away from Addie Bullen by J.C. Fox. Good defense from North Platte High School. Another defensive stop. Can they find a point, though, to execute? Fox cross-courts over to a very deep Peyton Jones three. It's no good. Fought for and rebounded on the side by Finley Martin. And now here comes Scottsbluff. Reed will fire a quick three, and it's in. Ava Reed.
You got to know where she's at. She's a good shooter.
Hitting the first points for Scottsbluff today. It's 3-0 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Jones, cross-court, tipped away. That's Chesney Joplin. Joplin one-on-one with Burke. She stops underneath in the paint. Quick pass over to Grosskopf, who lost control. And Scottsbluff resets. Reed, jab steps, fires a three. Another one in from Ava Reed, and she starts the game 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Too bad. J.C. Fox did a nice closeout with her hand up. Their little jab step and freed herself open for a three.
And now Franzen, top of the line, has it, feeds it to Peyton Jones, almost stolen by Ava Reed. Cross court to Jones at the free throw line. Franzen, bounce pass to Worrell. Worrell picks it up, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds by Chesney Joplin. And with 5:53, North Platte will have an inbounds. It looks to be on the far sideline with J.C. Fox. Fox starts the offense up. Gets it into Peyton Jones with 15 on the shot clock. She's guarded by Ava Reed. Jones into a double team. Fades with her shot, no good. Worrell fights for the rebound. Up she goes, looking for a foul, no good. And that's Heidi Grosskopf, who comes down with her first rebound of the game. And the other way comes Scottsbluff. Reed shoots another three. There's no way, right off the back iron, miss. And hauling the rebound in is Nora Worrell. So now Ava Reed 2 for 3 to start this ball game. Franzen calling for an offensive play. Quick throw into Worrell. Worrell over the top of her defender. It's up and in. Good defense on the side of Addie Bolin, but Nora Worrell able to get the shot to fall. And there's North Platte's first 2 points today. Quick feed in the baseline. Bolin back out to Reed on the perimeter, who drives on Peyton Jones. Grosskopf. Finley Martin now. Bounce pass. A little floater from Addie Bolin. No good. And there's Ava Franzen to collect another rebound. We'll have a quick substitution. Checking in now. Brinley Burford will check in for Scottsbluff. 4:46 left to go. A 6-2 lead in our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard.
So far, I like this man offense by the Bulldogs.
Another deep free for Peyton Jones. I mean, she has some ridiculous range when it comes to the basketball shot. And it's good to see her back because the Dog kind of needs somebody from beyond the arc to step up tonight.
Both those shots were taken from beyond the WNBA line.
Reed drives right past Worrell and a quick foul. Oh, the shot will fall, but they'll say it's on the floor, as I believe is a collision with her and Peyton Jones. The first team foul for North Platte. As checking in comes Briley Burford. She checks in for Heidi Grosskopf. Baseline inbounds for Finley Martin. As Martin throws it quickly to Reed. Reed back to Martin. She fires from 18 feet out, overshoots it. Somehow that's going to be rebounded on the far side by Chesney Joplin. And she will collect her first 2 points off the offensive rebound. The one thing coaches hate, giving up those offensive boards. And you can't get one there because it shows when you get a second chance, most of those shots go in. J.C. Burke on the left wing. Quick feed to Franzen. Like how the Dogs are moving offensively. Now in the corner here.
There it is.
Fox down low to Worrell. Worrell on Bolin. Worrell shot no good, but there is a foul called on Addie Bolin. And we talked about how the Dogs need to really move Nora Worrell around. And while they haven't really put her on the perimeter, she is moving a lot on the baseline. And with those good cross-court passes, they found Worrell one-on-one on the baseline against Addie Bolin, and she draws a foul, and now will shoot 2. First free throw from Nora Worrell is up and in as it bounces off the front of the iron and rolls in. Heidi Grosskopf checks immediately back in for Chesney Joplin. Now, first substitutions for North Platte today, Adelie Terry and Hayden Hansen will be the 2 subs, as J.C. Fox and J.C. Burke. So normally we see Ava Franzen, of course, be the first substitution for North Platte. And recently they've been changing up the rotation style, keeping her in these last 2 games. As another good free throw from Nora Worrell. And with that, it's 7-8 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. North Platte trailing just by 1 point. They've had a pretty good start to this ball game, Jeff Smeltzer.
Yeah, you know, staying right in there, 8-7. Good job, ladies.
Reed through 2 defenders, floats one up, and Ava Reed with another bucket. Ava Reed's just having quite a night so far. So far, she has 8 points off of her 2 threes.
I thought she had 8 of the 10.
Yeah, so she's been having a great start to this ball game. Franzen finds Terry on the left wing. Adelie Terry now driving into 2 defenders, pops over to Jones. Jones guarded one-on-one with Grosskopf. Bounce pass to Worrell. Worrell's shot is no good, and it's rebounded by Finley Martin.
I do like that. That was a good look inside.
A wide open Addie Bolin shot is no good. It's going to take a couple bounces. Somehow finds the hands of Ava Reed, who makes another bucket. Man, Ava Reed is just on another level already in this ball game. And to be fair, this season, Ava Reed has just been a menace for any opposing defense to try and stop.
All right, 12-7. Good drive by Terry in the lane.
Little shot, no good, as you said, from Miss Adelie Terry. And then we have a jump ball situation on the floor as that jump ball will fall the way of North Platte. Checking right back in, J.C. Fox, J.C. Burke. Also checking in, Chesney Joplin, Franzen, and Peyton Jones check out. So a quick 2 rotations in from Fox and Burke to the bench. And then they check right back in a couple minutes later. Oh, Burke wide open, fires a corner 3. It's short. She tries to fight for the rebound, but it's picked up here on the near side by Chesney Joplin.
Oh, got her hands on there, almost a steal by Burke.
Stolen away, but here comes the other way, Ava Reed, 12-7 on her State Farm agent, Bobby Hull's scoreboard.
Always know where 0 is.
Oh, beautiful feed down low. Addie Bolin found a wide open member. I believe that is Briley Burford. And Burford collects her first 2 points, and we have a quick timeout on the floor. The score right now, a 7-point lead for Scottsbluff. 14-7 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. While it's a 7-point lead, Jeff Smeltzer, I thought the Dogs have done pretty well to try and keep themselves in it offensively with some good movement.
They are. Scottsbluff, you know, you got a star to go with Ava Reed. She's the first option, but then they've been finding some wide open girls underneath, you know, for some easy buckets. You know, it's tough when you have a player like Reed who can shoot from the outside and drive the ball, and a headsy ball player too. She's, you know, nice job finding the open ball players.
Yeah, she just has the combination of everything: size, shooting ability, defense. I mean, she is their best player for a reason. Has been their best player for 2 years now.
Yeah, and Dog's done a nice job getting the entry pass into Nora Whirl underneath. One time she was fouled, made both free throws, and the other time, good defense, shot just didn't fall, but they got a good look, you know, 4 or 5 feet away from the basket.
And that was my goal today, was just seeing North Platte, you know, move Nora Whirl about, because again, the whole point of this, you know, head coach Tyson Hammond offense is get the paint touch first and then pass it back out for a shot. And the Dogs had been susceptible. That is not the word I wanted to say.
Susceptible?
There you go. There's an extra S in there. 2, potentially some stale movement. As great offensive rebound from Fox after the shot from Adelie Terry, and a travel, though, unfortunately, by J.C. Fox. Yes, the Dogs have had some issues in terms of not enough movement, and it was just so easy to read where they were going with the basketball. So far today, they've really kept Scottsbluff on their back foot with their passes. And because of that, they've had a lot of good scoring opportunities. That full court feed is no good.
Yeah, Dogs put on a little full court press that time, creates a turnover.
As Finley Martin will be the substitution in for Heidi Grosskopf. But no, the Dogs have offensively in this first quarter have done a good job of moving and spacing the offense just enough to keep this Scottsbluff defense currently running a 3-2 zone. Guessing Burke driving into that said zone, kicks to Hanson in the corner. She'll fire a 3, overshoots it. Easy rebound for Ava Reed. I saw you made a nice little hypothesis down the court. As great defense from J.C. Fox as she is able to disrupt that play just a little bit. I saw you thought you saw something there, Jeff Meltzer.
No, the bad pass by the Scottsbluff Bearcats ended up in the hands of a cheerleader. I would say the cheerleaders are on the baseline and the Pacers are on a baseline where they've normally been on the sideline. So,
oh, that's a very deep take that we talked about.
That's the first time I've seen a cheerleader catch a pass, but
I love it.
First time they've been down there.
As quick feed now out to the perimeter. 3 on the way from Joplin, and boy, Scottsbluff.
Good ball movement by the Bearcats.
Anybody can shoot from beyond the arc, and that is what makes this team so deadly. Is they have really good size, and it doesn't matter. Anybody can shoot. Adelie Terry gets her own miss. Can't make it a second time before Nora Whirl gets the offensive rebound and is fouled as she went up for a second chance. So 2 offensive rebounds for the Dogs in that possession with Adelie Terry and Nora Whirl. And then a foul is going to be called first for Heidi Grosskopf. Second team foul for Scottsbluff today. Whirl was 2 for 2 in her first 2 free throws. And now she's 3 for 3. That's been a pretty good, especially today, step in the right direction for Miss Nora Whirl. She hasn't been the most consistent free throw shooter.
Only a 47% free throw shooter on the year.
Are we going to jinx her right here is the question, though.
Oh, probably.
Knocking on the wood.
She's looked good here.
Good form. Oh, 4 for 4 from Miss Nora Whirl to start this ball game out. And there is the first substitution out for Nora Whirl as Ava Franzen checks in. Good first stint for Norwell Worrell. Again, a lot of positive things I'm seeing from North Platte offensively.
Yeah.
When it comes to their ball movement.
Okay, making them work a little bit with this full court press.
Grosskopf all the way up the court to Burford. Now to the near side with it, Finley Martin. Martin kicks to the far side to Burford. Kicks on the baseline. Bolin almost stolen away by J.C. Burke. Another little 15-footer from Addie Bolin. And she hits.
Very unselfish basketball that time by the Bearcats. Find the wide open girl for a 15-footer.
But J.C. Burke almost gets the steal as Peyton Jones with a
Banks in another
banker again from beyond the arc. She also took a little hip check from Chesney Joplin that the officials did not see. And with 13 seconds, Scottsbluff will have the final shot of this first quarter. Grosskopf. Martin now with it. Swings to the far side to Joplin. Joplin. Martin. She drives with 3 seconds. Now, stolen away by J.C. Fox. No time left, and that is how this first quarter comes to an end. But North Platte is staying with Scottsbluff, trailing 19-12 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. When we come back to the Doghouse on FM 98.1, AM 1410, live streaming NorthPlattePost.com on our Cedar Room live stream.
That should feel great. But if foot pain, bunions, heel spurs, or injuries are slowing you down, Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists is here to help. Their expert team of doctors provide top-notch care, from routine foot health to advanced treatments and surgery. Whether you're an athlete, always on the go, or just tired of aching feet, they'll get you back on your feet pain-free. Step into comfort. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today, or see them online at gpfootandankle.com.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410. I'm Paxton Gordon. Jeff Smeltzer sits right beside me, as he always does. Second quarter just starting. It is currently an 18-12 lead in favor of Scottsbluff and the Bearcats on FM 98.1 and AM 1410, man. Ava Reed, straight out of the start.
Laid off of her because she's about 25 feet away.
I was going to say, right off of this timeout to start quarter number 2, Ava Reed with a big three-pointer on the far wing. Makes it 22-12.
Oh, good
Down low
look.
to a beautiful Ava Franzen look. Man, oh man, I'm just loving how North Platte is playing offensively in this ballgame, even though Scottsbluff has the lead right now. North Platte is putting together some good looks offensively. Reed and Worrell going at it. Bowling, cross courts it, in the no man's land, but it's picked up by Joplin. Chesney Joplin, quick feed to Martin. Martin to Ava Reed. She steps up again. Oh no, it's short. Fought for are the Dogs, as well as, I think, Finley Martin. No, that's Heidi Grosskopf.
Yeah, jump ball, alternating possession goes to the Dogs. And not often do you see a three-point rebound come straight down like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just barely caught rim, came straight down.
As Riley Burford has checked in. 22-14 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. North Platte is trailing. Good feed into Adelie Terry. Terry with a difficult shot, just a little off the mark. Somehow the Dogs in Norwell gets it. Terry gets another offensive rebound and a foul from behind by Heidi Grosskopf. And that is now 2 quick fouls for Grosskopf, but talk about the tenacity from North Platte, getting 2 offensive rebounds again. And now they'll have an inbounds with 6:47 left to go on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Terry throwing it all the way out to Peyton Jones. Jones driving in on Ava Reed. Oh, and she's going to lose that basketball, but it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Reed as Jaden Dick checks in for Scottsbluff.
Scottsbluff putting the 5'10" Ava Reed on Peyton Jones.
I mean, best player on best player.
Putting that little length on her, and a good defender.
As I say that, Burke will get set for 3. Just off the back iron, no good. Reed comes down with the rebound. And now with some quick tempo, they fire it up to Martin. Martin driving into the paint into a double team. Now Ava Reed, one-on-one with Peyton Jones. Swings it to Burford on the right side. Back to Reed. Reed driving in on Peyton Jones into the corner. How about Finley Martin? Actually, correction, that's Addie Bolin. Shot no good. Somehow that tip will find the way to Burford. And now Reed pulls the trigger from 8 feet, takes a couple of bad bounces, and North Platte is the team that comes down with it. As, oh no, Adelie Terry thought there was somebody else in front of her. They're going to say it's tipped by Ava Reed, but Terry getting a little too excited trying to find a forward pass to somebody that wasn't there.
Jake was open on the baseline.
That's right,
yeah,
Jake from the Telegraph. Wearing his signature gray.
Got to stay neutral. Can't pick favorites if you're in the press.
Oh my gosh, almost a beautiful look for Ava Franzen off a great first touch from the inbounds as a timeout's going to be called by Scottsbluff. My heavens, though, what a great inbounds from the Dogs. They had just for a second Ava Franzen, but it skips off of her hand, and now another timeout, this time called by Scottsbluff and the Bearcats.
I know for the last few years we talk about how we're impressed with the baseline out-of-bounds plays by Coach Hammond. Another nice one, just a
little too hot and heavy is how I think about it.
Yep, coming in hot on that shot.
Timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. See him on the one-way, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Pea, as well as our other sponsors for today's game. Justin Thompson Agency with American Family Insurance. The ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service no matter what type of insurance you're looking for. As
a late arriving student crowd, there's
gonna say just this one person. There he goes. Now he sees it.
One student, and he was getting all the camera time.
6:01 left to go here in this first half. North Platte is trailing 22-14 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Dogs have looked pretty impressive in their offensive stints so far as Reed pulls another three-pointer, and luckily it bounces off the back iron and rebounded by Adelie Terry. Terry now up the court with some steam, fires to Jones. Jones swings it to J.C. Burke on the far wing. Burke hesitates, now steps back out and picks her dribble up. They get it to Nora Worrell. Worrell and Bolin are going at it. Oh no, and she travels. I mean, I think this is a much favorable matchup for Nora Worrell. She was bullying, you know, Miss Addie Bolin.
If it wasn't for that pesky traveling rule, she's going to have a nice basket there. But
took one too many steps with her pivot foot. A turnover for North Platte, but I really like that matchup between Worrell and Bolin as Reed from 12 feet out, no good. And there's a rebound for North Platte, and the other way come the Bulldogs. Up the court now to Jones here on the right wing. She thought about the three, gets it to Nora Worrell. She gets past Ava Reed. The shot tips in. A little dicey with the initial feed to Nora Worrell in the post, but the ball takes a couple of nice bounces. And now it's 22-16. Scottsbluff has not scored really much in this second quarter.
That was 19-12 at quarter, so it's
only one three-pointer from Ava Reed. And now some suffocating Bulldog defense as Reed drives past Peyton Jones into a double team. Burford, now Finley Martin drives past another Bulldog. Little shot on the way from Jane Dick is airballed, and Peyton Jones comes down with it. Scottsbluff offense, I talked about it in our pregame show. They can go cold from a shooting standpoint if Ava Reed's not the one who's getting most of the points, and so far in this second quarter, they have struggled to find consistency. Jones picking her own dribble up to Terry. Terry one-on-one with Burford, driving baseline. Terry lost the basketball, and it's tipped out by Briley Burford, and here comes Chesney Joplin checking in for Jaden Dick. And now we're back to the starting lineup for Scottsbluff. 22-16, 4:17 left to go on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Another feed to Ava Franzen. Man, she fades with it. Wow, what a shot by Ava Franzen. Fading like LeBron James, and that bucket falls. It's 22-18 now.
Cut the lead to 4.
That is some good movement from North Platte offensively, and defensively they're holding it down. And there's an offensive mistake for Chesney Joplin. The freshman has the ball just fly off her fingertips. And that's a turnover as J.C. Fox checks in, and Peyton Jones will get another quick break on the bench with under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Bounce pass to Franzen. Burford heavily guarding Franzen. Uh-oh, bad feed on the floor and getting with it. No travel call as Chesney Joplin was the one who stripped it away from J.C. Burke. Bolin cutting, kicks it out to Martin. Reed again, thought about the three, but gets it into the paint to Burford. Burford past Franzen. Burford's shot is up, it's no good. And there's another rebound for Nora Worrell. Smelter feels good seeing a team struggle as much as sometimes North Platte does with their offense. As Whirl in the paint against Bolin. Oh, she lost her balance for just a second.
Probably one too many dribbles
I was
on
going
that.
to say, and because of that, it's stripped away. 3-on-1. Uh-oh, Ava Reed pulling the trigger for three. In and out.
Oh.
Easy rebound for Addie Bolin, and that's something that you cannot do.
Ball watching there, didn't get a body on anybody.
And it just falls right into the hands of Addie Bolin, and that's the first points for Scottsbluff in over 4 minutes.
There she is again.
Terry, not looking down low, but will feed it to Franzen on the perimeter. Franzen now has some time to dribble if she wants to. Fires to Fox. Fox with 15 on the shot clock. Picks her dribble up. Pivoting around, looking for some help. Burke has it. Burke driving in now on Joplin. Picks her dribble up again. Franzen with 5. Down low to Whirl. Whirl now fighting with Ava Reed in the jump ball. That goes with Scottsbluff.
Things you're going to learn, just being a freshman, she brought the ball way down low when she went to pivot on that. And the time before, she dribbled probably one too many times when she tried to make a post move. Again, that's just being a freshman. You're going to learn. Super impressive, Nora, though. She's going to be a good one. She's going to be a really good one.
That's what and it feels good to, we've had so many good centers kind of roll through North Platte High School over the years. Zern as well as Addison Ewing, as that shot's no good. Rebounded by Bolin, and then a travel by Addie Bolin, a turnover.
Go back to Abby Orr.
Yeah, you even go further back and you have Orr, and then now you have Nora Whirl, who's getting varsity time as a freshman, and even going through all the teething processes she has. Very, very impressed with her season so far for Nora Whirl.
1-3-1 zone.
Whoa, deep three again from Peyton Jones, almost off the backboard, but Adley Terry comes down with it. Fox driving into 2 defenders. They try to get it to Franzen. That's bounced out of bounds.
I like that idea, though. She found a teammate underneath, a nice bounce pass.
North Platte has been moving the ball really well today. Of course, against Crete, where they struggled to have that good ball movement. The ball is popping today.
Scottsbluff man on the inbounds.
And there's Peyton Jones and Ava Reed going at it. Screen into the zone. There goes Peyton Jones. Just a bit short. Tipped out of bounds from J.C. Fox, but a great look from Peyton Jones off of a beautiful screen.
Love that drive.
And now here comes Ava Reed slowly up the court. 1:53 left to go before halftime. Reed, Jones battling. A pull-up is short from Ava Reed, and Peyton Jones comes down with it, and Reed collides with Jones for a foul. And here comes J.C. Burke and Nora Whirl checking in. The Dogs using a lot of substitutions. Sometimes Coach Hammond likes to stick it out with a lineup for a lengthy period of time. So far tonight, he has been subbing people out left, right, and center pretty consistently.
Yeah, he has. And they've all contributed. I like that, going to the bench, and they've all done some really good things. 1-3-1 zone again by the Bearcats.
Far side, Peyton Jones has it, guarded by Ava Reed, trying to avoid getting trapped. Now to the near side, that's Burke. To Hayden Hansen, who has checked in. Excuse me, that's Irvin. Whirl, turning around, shot's no good, looking for a foul from Ava Reed. Too many Haydens on the team, just saying. Back they go. Joplin, who hit a 3 earlier, makes another.
Oh, that's a good-looking shot.
Freshman Chesney Joplin, 5 points in this ball game. 27-18 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard as Jones turns it over to Ava Reed. Reed kicks. Joplin thought about the 3 in the corner. Gets it back to Ava Reed for her 3, and man, oh man, Jeff Smeltzer.
Is that 4 for her?
That is now going to be 4 3-pointers for Ava Reed. She has 16 points in this ball game. Over half of Scottsbluff's buckets and points have gone from Ava Reed with 44 seconds. Irvin, right wing, guarded by Burford. Back over to Peyton Jones. Jones and Reed going at it. Jones takes a heavy bounce off the contact from Ava Reed. That is her second foul. Third team foul.
Ava Reed, her second personal, third team foul. At the line, shooting 2 for the Lady Bulldogs.
All right. Oh, I was going to look at her free throw percentage, and I let my phone turn off.
As here comes Peyton Jones with a first free throw she misses, and that is the Dogs' best free throw shooter, and she misses her first attempt.
Yeah, at 55%. She's
really
18. She was 18 for 33 on the year. Make it 18 for 34.
I was going to say, I thought she was a better free throw shooter from the times I've watched.
But you're right. That 55% leads the team.
Oh, okay. And there's a free throw from Peyton Jones. 1 for 2 on that trip. 30 seconds left to go. An 11-point lead for Scottsbluff. Martin swings it to the far side to Reed. Back to Martin. Dogs going with that 2-3 zone defense. Finley Martin now driving past Peyton Jones. kicking it over to Bolin, and then with it, Ava Reed once again. 16 seconds, Scottsbluff will reset the offense to waste time and get the last shot of this quarter.
Yeah, content to play for one.
Oh, I say that, man. Ava Reed was wide open, but won't shoot it. Now, going down, Finley Martin, and she's fouled by Worrell. I think that's Nora's second foul.
I think you're right.
We have somebody checking in for Scottsbluff. It's Zadea Gonzalez checking in.
Imagine this for Reed, so she doesn't pick up her third.
Yes. As here to the free throw line, it goes Finley Martin. Martin so far is yet to score, and right on cue, Finley Martin makes her first free throw.
And just like that, the lead's up to 12. That's what happens when you have good three-point shooting. You know, they hit a couple of those threes.
The lead balloons at one point again. It was 5 points. The difference. 3.9 seconds left to go. Another made free throw by Finley Martin. Now up, North Platte will come. 3 seconds, Peyton Jones. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That looks nice. Oh! Toilet bowls in and out, but we make it to halftime. 32-19 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Man, Jeff Smeltzer, even though this lead looks a little daunting for North Platte, you know, up 12 at the moment.
I'm impressed with the way they're playing. Yeah.
I think what's most impressive about this game is just the ball movement. We've seen many a times this season where the ball sometimes just dies in the hands of certain Bulldogs, or even just the team in general. They try to maybe force too many passes into the paint. The way that they are moving, I heard Broncos for a second, so my brain kind of shut off. But really, the way North Platte has been playing offensively today is very encouraging. There's a lot of movement from every single player, and they're actually finding some really good passes to cutters, and some of the shots have not fallen. But the looks that they are getting are premium looks that every coach is looking for when they are setting offensives up. And I think right now Nora Worrell leads the way for North Platte, points-wise. Don't want to jump too far ahead of you.
She has 8 points. No, I was looking at I lost track. How many shots were within about 10 feet? 1, 2. About 14 of the Bulldog shots have been within about 10 feet. So they're making a conscious effort to get the ball inside, get good looks.
Which is really good because we've seen sometimes North Platte get a little too overzealous and reliant on the perimeter. So for them to be getting a majority of their shots down in the paint and even getting some good, efficiency from it, that's pretty impressive for how North Platte normally plays basketball.
Yeah, no, I'd have to go back and look at other shot charts, but I don't remember a game like this where we've had that many looks that close to the basket.
Yeah, that haven't been a turnover either. I think they've really been efficient from not turning the ball over when they try to initiate a pass into the paint.
I've only counted 6 turnovers. I might miss 1 or 2, but
that's still pretty good.
There's been times we've had 20 turnovers in the first half. So, yeah, I think you could live with 12 turnovers in the game, and that's about where you're at. In fact, I think that'd be really good if you only had 12 turnovers.
I was going to say, compared to how both North Platte teams play, 12 turnovers holistically is amazing.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if Scottsbluff comes out in the second half and puts on a press just to show something a little different. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could see them coming out and pressing for a few minutes and try and extend that lead, maybe play some younger kids, but we'll see.
All right, we'll come back. Our quick stop halftime show here, FM 98.1 and AM 1410. Live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream as well.
Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open Monday starting in February. Also, try the new Philly cheesesteak sandwich, the most authentic cheesesteak in the area. Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. Jeff Smeltzer, B. Paxton Gordon here for the last home games of the season for North Platte High boys and girls basketball, battling Scottsbluff tonight. So far, 32-19, and I know you look at the score sheet and say, oh, just another one of those games where Dogs look to be struggling offensively and are getting, at the moment, from a score standpoint, blown out. But I really don't think the score has told the complete story of this ball game, Jeff Smeltzer, because honestly, North Platte has been doing a lot of great things offensively and have not been rewarded for their good effort with points the other way.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to put a lot of stock into moral victories, but this first half has been a moral victory. Yeah, down by 13, but they have done a lot of really good things.
It's just Ava Reed, honestly.
Yeah.
Ava Reed has 16 of the 32 points for Scottsbluff. You cut that in half, and this game is already closer than that point.
And some of those, how do you defend a 25-foot three-point shot?
Yeah.
You know, every metric says, yeah, leave them open, let them take that shot. But she's hitting them.
She's hitting them, and that's the problem. But so far for North Platte offensively, I've just been super impressed by their ball movement and attention to getting passes not only into the paint. What has been always the complaint that I've had previously when it comes to their turnovers? They're turning it over at the high key. You know, when they try to get that initiation pass into Nora Whirl at the free throw line. Well, so far, I don't really think they've done any of those passes into the free throw line. A lot of the Dogs have been moving around the baseline to get an opening, and give credit to the perimeter players to hop, skip passes across to then get the one extra pass easily inside of the paint.
And feeding the post from that 45-degree angle from the wing.
Your favorite, you love it. Of course, you like those
That's where you
awkward
feed the post from. You know, one of those turnovers I know for sure was a dead ball turnover with the travel with Nora Whirl, which was almost a bucket. She made the basket. She just traveled before it happened. So you can't falter there. That happens, and you can live with those turnovers. You know, and only 6 in the first half. Impressed with their ball handling. So let's see what they do second half. Come out, keep playing like that. Like I said, you might see a press coming out here to try and speed them up and turn them over.
I've been shocked how unaggressive Scottsbluff has been defensively. You know, we've talked a couple of games now about what some of the keys enemy teams have had against North Platte is applying full court pressure or a really heavy press when they come into the half court. And so far, Scottsbluff has been allowing North Platte to get to their offense pretty easily.
Yeah, you know, they've kind of stuck to man-to-man for most of the first half. Went to a 1-3-1 zone for a while. North Platte, again, great ball movement, patience, and getting the ball inside. So let's see more of that. And who knows, you might see some more zone out of I think they're going to change things up. You might see more zone or a press out of the Bearcats.
Let's jump quickly into then some game stats. I'll start here for Scottsbluff. Ava Reed leading the way, 16 points, 4 rebounds for the Bearcats. She has been everything and then some for this team so far in this first half. And as you said, she has 5 threes. And a lot of those, there's just, what can you do?
Yeah,
she's shooting it from 25 plus.
Her toe wasn't on the line for any of those. They
were well off the line for a lot of those.
So.
And then after that, Addie Bowen with 4. Chesney Joplin has 6 points. She has 2 threes in this game. Briley Burford has 2, and then Finley Martin has 2 from the free throw line. As Jeff Smeltzer, North Platte, what they got going scoring-wise here today in this first half.
8 points and 5 rebounds for Nora Whirl. 7 points for Peyton Jones on 2 really long three-pointers for herself. Ava Franzen has 4, and I think that rounds out the Bulldogs scoring. Ava Franzen were both good looks inside, right around the basket. You love to see that. Maybe see more of that.
And she also has been moving around a lot. You know, North Platte has sometimes stuck her on the perimeter and tried to feed her the ball at the free throw like they would Nora Whirl, but they've changed up how she moves around as well. So sometimes start top of the three-point line, cut into the baseline.
Hit her as a cutter.
Yes, and I think that has been very successful so far in this ball game for the Bulldogs. And I'm just encouraged to see how they continue this momentum into the second half because while it's 32-19, honestly, this game is much closer than I think the scoreboard is alluding to.
Yeah, you know, play-wise, they're playing much closer than the score indicates, but you're still 13 points down.
Yeah.
And how do you overcome that? Just patience, keep getting touches inside.
Don't get hectic. You know, don't feel like, you know, the game is getting out of reach just because it's 13, because that then introduces turnovers. And you know what those mean? Turnovers means end of the game.
But it's a dead ball turnover, stepped on the sideline.
But they did a beautiful off-ball screen to get Peyton Jones open in the corner. And now here comes Scottsbluff the other way with Finley Martin taking it up the court. The freshman, Martin.
Now the Dogs are in a 1-3-1 zone, sort of.
I was going to say very, very high, leading 2-3 into 1-3-1 as there's a shot from Ava Reed that's off the mark, and good rebound for J.C. Burke.
Little high knees action by the official on the near side.
Gotta love it. Franzen, quick feed to Burke. Now over to Fox for three. High arcing shot, no good. And rebounded by Ava Franzen. She's blocked by Addie Bolin. Uh-oh, here comes a Peyton Jones deep three. No, off the backboard. And rebounded by Chesney Joplin. Dogs have been getting a lot of good offensive rebounds in today's ball game from a various group of people. Franzen, Whirl, even Adley Terry have been getting into the offensive rebound battle. Martin serving what the defense offers. Again, 2-3 zone from North Platte. Bolin to Joplin on the left wing.
9 offensive rebounds.
That's pretty good. Addie Bolin, though, over Ava Franzen, and that's just pure height over Franzen as, again, Addie Bolin, 5'10", just elevating and putting a beautiful shot over Franzen, who was in the right position. Fox, it's going to be Burke with it. Around the perimeter, passes to J.C. Fox. 19 on the shot clock. Fox, gets called for a travel.
And we talked about how well they were taking care of the ball, and
two
turnovers on three of the possessions ended up in turnovers.
Almost in the first 4 minutes, 2 turnovers, but they have been dead ball turnovers at the very least. As Finley Martin slowly up the court. We talked about how we expected maybe Scottsbluff to play a little more aggressive and maybe with a little more tempo coming out of halftime, and they've kind of done the exact opposite. They've been very, very slow and even keel pace as great tip from Burke. Now Fox will get the ball. J.C. Fox on the far side, throws it to Peyton Jones. Jones now to Franzen. She steps up for free. Off the mark. Whirl fighting for it, and that might be an offensive foul against Ava Reed. It is. That's 3 fouls for Ava Reed. First team foul for Scottsbluff, and
they're going to let it ride.
I was going to say it's a pretty consequential foul as Reed has 2 more to play with for the rest of the game. Fox gets it into Whirl. Whirl with 1 dribble, up and over she goes, takes a bad bounce, and Ava Reed comes down from it. Man, I want to talk about some key improvements from Nora Whirl. She's doing a lot more back to the basket work, but a late foul on Chesney Joplin. She has 8 points now as that foul from behind Ava Franzen. And that's an and-one bucket as head coach Tyson Hammond will take a timeout. North Platte was looking to get off to a relatively good start here in this third quarter, but have made a couple of key mistakes from the turnover department, and it's now 36-19.
Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the second half.
But Scottsbluff hasn't really changed much in terms of how they're playing this game, which I thought was very interesting because, you know, we talked about how we expected Scottsbluff to play maybe a little more aggressive out of the half, force North Platte into these turnovers, and that's why it's also a little disappointing to see North Platte commit these turnovers because Scottsbluff's not really applying too much pressure to them.
You know, that's what I thought is they would change up their defense to try and increase the lead, but the Dogs have kind of helped them out there, increase the lead.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to change anything.
Chesney Joplin at the free throw line for Scottsbluff after she was fouled from behind by Ava Franzen. First team foul for the Dogs. Joplin does make the free throw. It's now 37-19.
You know, overall, this whole game has been pretty good free throw shooting. I was going to say, I was impressed with Scottsbluff, but North Platte's done a good job from the charity stripe as well.
Yeah, so far I think they're 5 of 6 for the Dogs tonight. And for Scottsbluff, they've yet to miss. Fox picking her dribble up, finds Ava Franzen, almost stripped away. Franzen to Burke. Burke driving in on Joplin. Burke around the perimeter, swings it to Fox on the right wing. Cross courts it now to Nora Whirl on the baseline. Tried to get it to a cutting Ava Franzen, but I think Nora Whirl just overthrew Ava Franzen, thinking she was 2 inches taller.
I don't know where she's going. It's Bulldog basketball. There we go.
as Adley Terry will check in following the tip from Scottsbluff, as Briley Burford will check in. Adley Terry again checking in for Franzen. 37-19, 5:21 left to go here in this third quarter. North Platte trying to find some momentum in this third quarter. She's in some trouble, but they somehow find it to Peyton Jones. Terry, quick feed to Fox on the baseline with 2 seconds. 1 second, Fox shot is up. It's no good, as that's a shot clock violation. Dogs ran out of time, and unfortunately for J.C. Fox, that's a turnover. 3 turnovers already in this third quarter for North Platte High. Finley Martin to the far side with it. They get the quickly into Bolin. Now Burford. Pass to the perimeter to Grosskopf. Grosskopf drives past 2 defenders. Now in a double team, lost the basketball, and Peyton Jones picks it up. 2-on-1 fast break for Jones. She attacks the rim. No, overshoots it, and it somehow falls into the hands of Burford. Up now to Addie Bolin, who has nobody to beat, and Addie Bolin gets the bucket. I mean, that magically falls in to the hands of Briley Burford. And that is an easy bucket for Scottsbluff. It's now a 20-point lead, Jeff Smeltzer, with 4:32 left to go, and
another timeout
head coach
by the
Tyson
Bulldogs.
Hammond will take a timeout. It's been a little bit of a complete opposite trend from the Dogs in this third quarter, specifically after we saw very good progression from North Platte offensively in the first half. It's all fallen apart in the second half just due to offensive mistakes with turnovers.
Yeah, I think that timeout was to get them to calm down, you know, maybe put an end to the turnover run that's been going on here. I don't know. I'm still impressed when they get down there and work the ball around on the half-court set. They're doing some good things.
They're making good reads and right plays, but they're just a little sometimes too careless. You know, Peyton Jones didn't know where she was standing and she steps out of bounds. A quick little turnover on an initiation pass to Franzen or Nora Wolf, almost throwing it out of bounds, trying to get it to someone like Ava Franzen, but just throwing it a little too high. So they have the right ideas. They're just not fully connecting the plays together at the right times.
Shot clock, they were being patient. They just never had an opportunity to get the shot off. The travel call, if I remember right, Fox was looking to pass somebody, and then they were covered, and she drug her pivot foot when she tried to bring the pass back.
As Jones in the corner, 3 off the inbounds, no good, as Burford's able to come down not only with the rebound, but with some tempo herself. Finley Martin back to Burford as Hayden Urban looks to check in. Bolin at the free throw line in a double team. Bolin lost the basketball. 2 Dogs are fighting for it. Nora Worrell has it. And a jump ball that stays, unfortunately, with Scottsbluff, as here comes Hayden Urban checking in. Our timeouts are brought to you in part by Kevin McGain and the Fortifying Group. See him and his crew on the one-ways. 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998, and they're bringing those services to the North Platte area. Jeff Smeltzer, that is three-pointer number 3 for Chesney Joplin, the freshman.
Boy,
she has 12.
When you got a pair of them that can shoot like that, that is really
that is a
tough to defend.
I was going to say, that is a tough, tall order task for the Dogs to defend. Fox on the right wing, trying to clear some space out. Again, that 2-3 zone from the Bearcats. That little feed is going to be overthrown from J.C. Fox, and there's going to be a foul.
There's good fouls and bad fouls. That was a good foul. That was going to be a breakaway layup.
Second personal foul for Hayden Urban. Second team foul. Again, right idea, just a little too late to the pass getting there. Now Scottsbluff the other way as Ava Franzen looks to check in. 42-19. Far side, Joplin with it, one-on-one with Burke. Finley Martin picking her dribble up in a double team, and another foul for North Platte. I think that's another
Irvin
one
again?
For Hayden Urban. Yep. That's now 3 personal fouls for Irvin. That's 2 back-to-back as Fox will check out and Ava Franzen checks in. Dogs still staying with that 2-3 zone defense. All the way out to Grosskopf on the perimeter. Burford pivoting, now throws it to Finley Martin, who keeps her feet inbounds. Here comes Scottsbluff's offense. Good pickup defense from Burke. Oh boy, Joplin lost the ball but recollects. Martin picking her dribble up right near the logo. Down to Burford. Quick pass to Bolin. And an easy bucket for Scottsbluff. That's just good.
Unselfish play.
I was going to say, and that's really been the name of the game so far tonight for Scottsbluff has just been good, unselfish basketball leading to easy buckets. Terry into a double team here. Adelaide Terry.
Good strong take by Adelaide.
Drawing a foul. And North Platte the other way, getting a good cut motion from Terry, and now she heads to the free throw line. As Bradley Burford collects her first foul and the second team foul. And Dogs 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight.
Oh.
Make that 5 of 7 as Terry rattles one off. You know, while we have been applauding North Platte in terms of their ball movement, the dreaded 0-point quarter is still in effect. As offensive rebound by J.C. Burke. Good on Burke to fight off from the free throw and get the rebound, but Ava Franzen travels with the ball. That's a turnover as Peyton Jones will check back in. But as I said, Jeff Smeltzer, we're really approaching the dreaded no-point quarter for North Platte High. Have yet to score in this third quarter.
Yeah, there's still 2:52 left.
Of course.
There's still hope.
And I think that's what makes it so frustrating is we've seen some really good, like, offensive progression from the Bulldogs in this third quarter. They just have yet to be rewarded like they had been in the first. Martin driving on the baseline against Irvin. Pivoting and passes back out to Grosskopf. Now down low to Bolin. Bolin over Ava Franzen, no good. Fighting forward is Adelaide Terry. And it goes out of bounds off of Terry. Dogs fighting for the rebound. And unfortunately, it goes against them. Last touched by a white jersey. And Finley Martin now will initiate an inbounds. Martin out to the perimeter, goes to Grosskopf. Quick feed to Bolin. Bolin backing down Franzen, and there's Addie Bolin. She has 12 points. It's been a very silent 12 points for Addie Bolin, but just doing the dirty work down low and getting the buckets. Terry now trying to do the same thing, and another foul will be called, this time against Bolin. Second personal foul for Addie Bolin, and with 2:15, Adelaide Terry goes back to the free throw line once again.
41% free throw shooter coming into the game.
Went 0 for 2 on her last attempts as Jaden Dick will look to check in. Unfortunately, a little bit of wind pushed that ball out of the rim as Addie Bolin subs out. 0 for 3 from Adelaide Terry in today's ball game. Maybe this is the one that goes in. No, it takes another nasty bounce, and coming up with it, Heidi Grosskopf. Grosskopf up the court now to Joplin. Joplin, back it goes to Martin. Finley Martin pivoting, and they get it down low. I mean, she was wide open there. That was Jaden Dick, and it will fall off the fingertips of Briley Burford. I mean, yeah.
Caught her off guard that she wasn't expecting to be that wide open.
Jaden Dick was so wide open that it even scared her. And she passed the ball to Burford, and it goes off her fingertips, but here comes Ava Reed to the scorer's table to check in. She's had a long rest here in this third quarter. Bounce pass, tipped away by the defender there, I believe, was Finley Martin, as Irvin tried to get it to Nora Whirl, as checking in Ava Reed. 1:50 left to go on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Jones on the perimeter, quick feed to Terry. Terry drives and now continues to go baseline. Pivots, throws it all the way back to Peyton Jones with 17 on the shot clock. Joplin, one-on-one with Jones. Back to Terry. Terry passing to Franzen. Quick feed to Irvin. Irvin will not pivot and pass this time to Franzen. She fires up with 5 seconds on the shot clock. No good. Jaden Dick comes down with her first defensive rebound today. 1:22 left to go on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard in the third quarter. Oh, beautiful feed to Jaden Dick. That ball won't go in. Dick fights for the rebound, and that's now 4 fouls against Hayden Irvin.
Yes, it is.
It's the 4th team foul.
J.C. Burke's at the table. I imagine she's going in for
Irvin.
Yeah.
She's a little confused as well. We'll have a quick conversation with Coach Hammond. And now North Platte once again goes on the defensive with their 2-3 zone. Quick feed to Ava Reed. Oh my, off the top of the backboard. Rebounded somehow by Burford, and Jaden Dick's shot again no good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by a Bearcat. And North Platte takes possession with 1:05 left to go in this third quarter. Checking in, Zeta Gonzalez for Ava Reed, and might not see Reed for a while with the lead being as large as it is right now.
Yeah, Dogs down by 27.
Burke crosses half court, feeds it to Franzen on the right wing. Franzen surveys, could have almost gotten the pass to Jones as she was cutting to Whirl.
Oh, good
Wow, what a feed from Franzen to Nora Whirl. And with under a minute to go, North Platte finally gets their first bucket of this third quarter, 46-21. Oh, that ball's in the open court. Adley Terry picks it up, and then a quick foul as Terry was racing down on the sideline.
We in bonus now.
Chesney Joplin's first personal, so we're one foul away from heading into the bonus with 39 seconds left. Quarter number 3. It's Peyton Jones with the inbound to J.C. Burke. Burke, guarded by Joplin, now crosses half court and fires to Peyton Jones with the pass. Jones, now the other side, guarded by Gonzalez. Her shot, no good. Whirl fighting for the rebound. She comes down with it, and another foul. There's your bonus time, Jeff Smeltzer. Let's see who that goes against. That's Heidi Grosskopf's third personal foul. 15th foul, putting North Platte into the bonus. And the perfect shooter from the free throw line, Nora Whirl, now going to take some attempts. You know what, Jeff Smeltzer?
Okay. You didn't jinx her.
She hit it again. She's a perfect 5 for 5.
She's got all 3 points in this quarter.
Wow, another one. What was Nora Whirl's free throw shooting going into this game, if you remember off the top of your head? It was a 44%. As with it, they fire to the far side of Gonzalez.
47%.
47, and I was going to say, that's going to go up a lot. She's 6 for 6 tonight, a perfect 100%. Good tip from Adelaide Terry, but somehow it gets in the hands of Jaden Dick. Joplin, Burford with it, 6 seconds. Burford in a double team, swings out. 3 on the way from Heidi Grosskopf, no good. Franzen fighting for the rebound. Oh, and a foul. There is a foul.
Oh, okay.
As time is expiring, and guess what? Ava Franzen.
Cheerleaders might need to leave the court.
Going to say going to the free throw line. As Briley Burford picks up her second personal, and at the free throw line, Ava Franzen. As, oh, here comes a big offensive rotation in for Scottsbluff. Ava Reed, Addie Bolin, as well as Finley Martin just checked into the ball game. As Franzen's first free throw is no good. 46-23 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard.
Can you believe that's her first and second attempt on the year?
There's no way, right? That's a joke.
Wow,
there's just no way.
That's what it shows.
Wow, those are the first two free throws for Ava Franzen this year. Unfortunately, she went 0 for 2, but now that is a stat. That is a crazy stat. Yeah. As talk about the new. Oh, it's
new Mid-Nebraska Foundation Executive Director.
That's right. Stepping in here to have a conversation in front of us.
He has the best haircut in town. Mr. Leland Poppy.
I love it. I love it. 46-23 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. As it's been a tough third quarter for North Platte High. Only scoring, as Jeff Smeltzer said, 4 points in this quarter, all of it coming from Miss Nora Whirl off of 2 free throws. But I still think holistically, you can't be really too upset with North Platte High School and how they operated in that offensive sphere in the third quarter, because even though the shots weren't falling, we loved the process of how North Platte was trying to get their shots. And yes, while it didn't look too pretty from a metric of field goals to percentages and points, I still love what I saw.
Yeah, it started off that third quarter with a slew of turnovers, and Scottsbluff was making shots, and it just kind of pulled away there. But boy, that play of the game, I think, was that long pass from Ava Franzen to Nora Whirl.
Yes.
For that nice, easy bucket there.
So here we go. Quarter number 4 is just getting underway here on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. 46-23. Timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-ways. 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. Those are other sponsors for today's game. Szechuan Famous Food and Sushi Bar. Runza. Mid-Plains Community College, as well as Double Dips. And off the transition, Ava Reed picks up her 18th point off of Keyword, offensive turnover
Yep.
for North Platte.
And almost another one there in this.
Oh, and there you go.
One.
Another one from behind, stolen away by Reed, and there's a quick 4 points.
1-3-1 zone is just take your time, ladies. You saw it in the first half.
Ava Reed.
They're extending it out to half court.
And
There's
quick timeout called by head coach Tyson Hammond. So it only took them till the fourth quarter to really push out that 1-3-1. And I think it's a little too late. I mean, it's later than we expected, but it already is paying off with 2 quick turnovers for North Platte.
Here they go again, starting off the quarter with 2 turnovers, both led to run-out layups, and he's going to settle them down. And just patience, girls. You saw that in the first half, and you did fine with it.
Nothing new has been thrown your way in terms of that.
Extended it out a little bit more, but it's still the same defense you saw. So he's going to get them organized here and calm down.
Timeouts brought to you in part by Mr. Kevin McGann in the Fortifying Group. See him on the one-ways, where he's been serving Nebraska and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. 7:24 left to go in this fourth quarter. North Platte trailing 50-23. As the Dogs will inbound the basketball on the far sideline following the Tyson Hammond timeout. Again, after the conclusion of this game, we'll have the boys basketball against the 17-3 Scottsbluff Bearcats, who beat down McCook yesterday by 18, and then are facing Norris tomorrow.
It took them a while. I was watching that game last night, and McCook had the lead at halftime, and then Scottsbluff got it together, and the shots were falling in the second half.
Deep three from Peyton Jones off the inbound, takes a bad bounce. Fighting for it is J.C. Fox, and that is now foul number 2 for Chesney Joplin as she hooks J.C. Fox as Fox was battling for the rebound, and now North Platte retains possession. Fox surveying, gets it to Jones, almost stolen by Ava Reed. Peyton Jones, what a beautiful double box out from the Dogs in the paint. No good on the shot. Ava Reed comes down with the rebound, but did you see that 2 Dogs players kind of backing out of the defenders to get a good shot for Peyton Jones?
Another good baseline out of bounds play.
Reed, deep 3. She's hit 5 already, misses that one. Rebounded by Burford, and then it's going to be fought for. Bolin comes down with the offensive rebound. Joplin for corner 3, misses. And North Platte settles the waters with an defensive rebound for Nora Worrell. Jones.
Nora got a block on that possession as well.
Almost another turnover for North Platte as Ava Reed almost got into the passing lane. Fox, top of the three-point line to Adelie Terry. Terry, through her legs, lost the basketball. The ball is still bouncing around and falls into the hands of Ava Reed. Up it goes to Joplin in the left corner. Back to Finley Martin, and Scottsbluff will calm the waters and reset offensively. I say that. Ava Reed almost lost the basketball, but Scottsbluff retains. Finley Martin to Bolin. Cross court now to a wide open Ava Reed 3. No, it's in and out, and there's an easy rebound for J.C. Fox, who is in the right position. 6 minutes left to go. Down low they go to Nora Worrell. Worrell shot is up. Worrell's shot is in. Another good bucket for Nora Worrell, 50-25.
Yeah, nice assist by Fox that time, finding her inside.
I think having one of her best offensive performances this season, even if it's not her highest point total. Bolin, free throw line. Down low it goes to Heidi Grosskopf. Up and in. And with that, I think another foul.
High post entry allowed her to find the low post, who had the defender sealed off that time. And
second personal foul for Nora Worrell as Ava Franzen will check in for Nora Worrell. Dogs so far tonight have stuck to a 7-man rotation, so very limited bench.
14 points for Worrell, if I got that correct. So she's having herself a pretty good game.
To say this might have been her season high as Grosskopf hits the free throw. 51-25. I think we're nearing the season high for Nora Worrell from a points total. Fox slowly into the lane, hop steps, finds Burke in the left wing. She fires a quick 3. No. Rebounded by Adelie Terry with a bucket and a foul. Count another offensive rebound for the Dogs and another putback bucket as Adelie Terry.
Fourth rebound for Terry, 3 of those being offensive.
I mean, that is what you just call hard work in the paint from Adelie Terry, and there's that.
She's due for one to fall here.
And you know what, Jeff Smeltzer, you were right. 28 Points for the Dogs offensively, 53-28. And North Platte feels good to have Adelie Terry on the team, of course, with the workhorse demon that was Chloe Hanneborg not trying out for this year. The Dogs needed a workhorse to be on their team, and they found luck with Adelie Terry. Rebounded by, Burke, and she turns it over to Joplin. Joplin shot is short, rebounded again by J.C. Burke, and she now will keep the ball moving. Up the court, stolen by Reed, and Joplin's able to come down with it. Now the ball is back on the floor. J.C. Burke's fighting for it, and then fighting for it is Martin, and a timeout called by the Bearcats. Hayden Irvin now looks to check in for North Platte. But
was there 4 fouls?
Yep, but a little bit of some sloppy passes from the Bulldogs results in a turnover for the team offensively. 53-28, our State Farm agent Bobby Holt's scoreboard. We meet you where you're at, help you get to where you want to be. Shout out, as I always love to do, to Bobby Holtz and her crew helping me out through my flood. In the final reaches of getting all of my payments for my damages. So they are an easy to work with crew that, of course, my first ever insurance claim I've ever had to make. And I was pretty nervous about what do I need to do, and their wonderful crew helped me through every step of the process to make sure I not only got what I needed to get back on my feet, but have all the stuff that I need when I needed them on time.
Yeah, they're good people over there, and Tony Villani is in that office, and he's shooting coach at Mid-Plains or North Platte Community College.
Yes, he is.
Yep, he's taking over the shooting team.
Love to hear that. We have a shooting team?
We do.
When did that happen? This year?
Well, we've
I'm not gonna lie,
we've had it in the past, and it's been on hiatus for a year or two. And
I've never seen a press release for that, so I was wondering when you said that, I was like, did I miss a press release?
Hey, we've got an esports team.
Yes, we do.
Well.
I saw that on Facebook. Shout out as a fellow esporter myself.
Kate Erickson is the esports coach.
That I can see.
Yeah. He can take his homework home with him and practice. And
love that. So many things to get done at Mid-Plains Community Colleges. Martin gets fouled as she explodes into the paint. That is Ava Franzen with a foul, and Nora Worrell looks to check in. Of course, Mid-Plains Community College back in action on Wednesday versus Northeastern Junior College on the road to Sterling. And then they'll have their last home game against Western Nebraska Community College the following Saturday. As good block by Ava Franzen on the defense, and no! Adelie Terry steps out of bounds trying to reverse it the opposite side of the court, and a dead ball turnover for North Platte. And that means Scottsbluff has an inbound underneath the basket with 4:33 left to go. As Grosskopf comes flying in untested, and it's rebounded by Finley Martin. Ava Reed can't get the shot to fall, and a foul that will go against Scottsbluff. I mean, oh my gosh, the Dogs avoided disaster.
2 players went to cover the baseline player for the Bearcats and left the middle.
Yeah, Heidi Grosskopf came sprinting down the middle of the lane uncontested. Now, that's Grosskopf's 4th personal foul with 4:18 left to go. Jones.
Does Reed have 4, or she just still have 3?
She has 3. She has not really played much in this second half to kind of avoid those foul troubles. Oh, great move by J.C. Burke, but she overshoots the basketball. I mean, she drove so hard into the paint, taking her defender, Finley Martin, with her. Just a little too aggressive with the shot. As down low, Burford got the inbound there pass from Grosskopf. Scottsbluff with Joplin. Oh, tipping the ball away. There is Adelie Terry, and just out of the reach of Nora Worrell. It goes out of bounds, and Scottsbluff retains possession. Dogs getting into the passing lanes with their hands. Ava Weed was wide open to shoot, but feeds it to Martin. Martin crosses over to Joplin, who's hit a couple, and she hits another. That is three-pointer number 4 today for Chesney Joplin. 54-28 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. 3:24. Franzen swings to Terry. Now we'll set the screen. Terry driving into the paint. Hop steps. A very, very contested shot. Ava Franzen with the rebound. She misses her putback. And Heidi Grosskopf comes down with her 3rd personal rebound on the defensive side. Bounce pass to Joplin. Joplin now driving past Burke. Feeds it to Grosskopf. And now Finley Martin. Martin with 20 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Steps into 2 defenders to a cutting Ava Reed. It falls back into Martin's hands. Somehow Briley Burford gets it, and the Dogs fight for the rebound. But Ava Reed comes away with it, and that's a fresh 35 on the shot clock for Scottsbluff. Finley Martin. Burford. Now she drives in on Peyton Jones. We have 2 substitutions for North Platte at the table. Grosskopf. Joplin. Burford. Now back to Ava Reed. 13 seconds. Grosskopf swings back to Martin. She'll pull up from inside the three-point line. No good. And Ava Reed with a strong rebound, and she will take it up herself. Adley Terry kicks it down low to Nora Worrell. Oh, and Worrell lost the basketball. She tried to spin baseline and just lost the handle. And now here comes the reserves for Scottsbluff. Jamaica Williams as well as Zendaya Gonzalez and Jaden Dick will check in, and that ends the day for a lot of the starters for Scottsbluff. Grosskopf, Martin, and Ava Reed are done. With 2:15 left to go in this fourth quarter. Crossing half court, Chesney Joplin fires to the far side to Williams. Gonzalez with it, trying to avoid a double team. Jamaica Williams with that injured right hand, has a lot of tape over her right hand. Oh, that ball almost stolen by Burke, tipped by Peyton Jones. Jamaica Williams and Jones are fighting for it. Williams on the floor, gets it to Jaden Dick. Oh my gosh, I mean, you could not have asked for some worse luck on that possession for North Platte defensively. Almost getting the steal, and then Dick was wide open, and we'll have an official's timeout.
Good vision that time by Williams to find Dick underneath.
And I don't think the shot clock started. Checking in now for North Platte High School from the reserves, Janie Wagner checks in. Also checking in for Scottsbluff, Charlotte Lewis for Chesney Joplin. So Wagner subbing in for the first time today. Came with that big brace on her right leg. Burke trying to get it to Wagner, flings it back to Jones. Jones on the perimeter, pulls up in front of Gonzalez. No good. Burke's able to collect the offensive rebound. Wagner back out to Jones. Jones driving and spinning on Gonzalez from the left elbow, way off the mark. And then a defensive foul that will go against Zendaya Gonzalez.
After the shot,
Yes.
Yep, so okay.
That is the fourth team foul, first personal for Gonzalez, as Fox will inbound. Fox throwing it all the way out to Peyton Jones. Guarded by Gonzalez. Swing pass to the near side to Burke. Guarded by Lewis. Fox now with it. Serving what the defense offers. Again, that zone defense. A deep three from Peyton Jones off the mark. Burke's able to collect it. It's another offensive rebound for J.C. Burke, and she goes up strong with the basket and gets a bucket. 58-30 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Lewis to Gonzalez as a new Bulldog looks to check in. And actually, I say a new one, a lot of Bulldogs look to check in as Malia Harmon looks to check in, as well as Taylor Race and Analia Mora will check in.
And I got the softball crew checking in there.
Yes, there is.
2 of them anyway.
Well, 3, because Malia Harmon also played softball, and maybe even Wagner. Jamaica Williams with the basketball to Gonzalez. 42 seconds left to go in the ball game. Williams on the right wing. Good defense from Mora. Swing pass out to Gonzalez. Back to Williams. 20 on the shot clock for Scottsbluff. Gonzalez gets past Taylor Race. Floats one up. No good. Fighting for it is Hayden Irvin, and she comes down with the rebound. 23-second shot clock is turned off. Hayden Irvin the other way with it, picking her dribble up to Malia Harmon. Harmon lost the basketball as Lewis will steal it away. Up the court now comes Lewis on the right wing, and I think she's going to dribble the ball out. And that is how this game will come to an end for North Platte and Scottsbluff as the Bearcats come away with a dominant 58-30 victory over North Platte High School and the girls. And that now means we are one more game away from we're now into the final game of the season tomorrow for North Platte girls basketball as they'll battle Gehring and the Bulldogs from home. But a 58-30 victory for Scottsbluff. And it really was off the back of Ava Reed for most of that game. I mean, North Platte tried their darndest to stop Reed from really taking over the game. And unfortunately, they were unable to do so tonight.
Oh, she was just shooting lights out the first half. Cooled off in the second half, but boy, she's a great shooter. And then the other shooter, the young 21.
Addie Bolin had 12,
yeah.
and then Chesney Joplin, 4 threes herself, ends with 15 points.
Yeah.
Correction, she has 3 threes.
So they had 3 players with over 3 3-pointers.
Yes.
Yeah, good shooting. Impressive team. Curious to see how they do in districts, if they'll be headed to Lincoln,
They're going to give a thank you to photographer North Platte Travis Ouderkirk, who of course has done so many pictures, not just this season, but years past. He's been, and shout out to Mr. Ouderkirk. He is my profile picture. I forgot to give him credit when I saw him when I made my switch over, but he has just been a fantastic presence for this school, and we cannot thank him enough for all the hard work he has taken pictures for North Platte. Of course, gets to celebrate his son as well.
These sports action photos.
Have you followed him on his Twitter page or his Facebook page? The amount of photos he takes in the outdoors is just
he's got the wildlife and the landscape photos,
and
but the action photos, which are so hard to do.
That is.
He does a great job with basketball photos. Well, all sports photos, I should go back.
But unfortunately for North Platte girls, they fall to Scottsbluff in this one, 58-30. And as we said, they had many different players, 3 of them being in double figures, and then 2 of them who shot over, made 3 threes in this ball game. It was tough. It was going to be tough for North Platte to keep in it with this Scottsbluff team if they decided to shoot the ball effectively from beyond the arc. But from a systematic standpoint for North Platte, in terms of how they ran their offense and the movement they had as a team, you got to be really impressed with what they offered.
When you look back, earlier part of the season, middle part of the season, this ball movement is much better than it's been throughout the year. I like the way they shared the ball. Some shots didn't go in, but they were getting good looks. So see what they can do tomorrow. Gearing's also a really good team. So.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Gearing's good, Sydney's good, and then whoever they will play in, of course, district tournament time will also be very, very good. Step aside, take a break. Jeff Smeltzer, we come back, our quick stop post-game show. We'll also talk with head coach Tyson Hammond on our La Casa del Rio's post-game interview when we come back to the Doghouse. Bulldogs fall 58-30 on the girls' side.
Experience the beauty of downtown North Platte and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Cedar Room. The Cedar Room is an unparalleled restaurant experience with its unique atmosphere where modern meets rustic. Enjoy a handcrafted cocktail made with the freshest ingredients by a master mixologist while dining from their delicious American fusion cuisine menu. Make a reservation by calling 308-532-4825 or reserve online at thecedarroomne.com. The Cedar Room, 505 North Dewey in beautiful downtown North Platte.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
When making important life decisions about your financial future or insurance needs, it's important to work with people you trust. That's why at Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't rely on algorithms, bots, or auto-generated answers. We get to know you, so we can help you get the right coverage and make smart financial decisions.
In North Platte, visit Jay Engel at fbfs.com/find-an-agent.
It's your future. Let's protect it.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
You ever feel like there's no time for cooking dinner? On the go, all the time. Dave's Place can cover your hunger wherever you want to eat.
Stop into Dave's for lunch and dinner at 502 East Francis. Order carryout and take it on the go or DoorDash it straight to your couch.
You can enjoy Dave's anywhere. And what goes great with pizza? Wings. Plus the big game on to watch with your friends.
Let Dave's Place do dinner for you. 502 East Francis in North Platte.
Mom, I'm hungry. I know where to go.
Whoop, whoop.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse. We had to take, speaking of Mr. Outerkirk.
We were just talking about Travis, and now he...
That makes it 2 for 2. It's been 2 years in a row that we've gotten a beautiful picture for Mr. Outerkirk. Going to have to, of course, snipe him away for that one so I can update our pages together.
See how good he is at Photoshop if he can...
make us all look a little bit better than we think. But North Platte falls here on the girls' side, 58-30. I think I just saw Bo Black dunk the basketball.
He certainly can. I did not have my head up, but I've seen him do it before. So
well, he converts one right there. Of course, Dogs losing this one 58-30 to Scottsbluff and the Bearcats. It's time now for our La Casa del Rio's post-game coaches interview. As joining me here today, as he always loves to do, and we love to talk to him, head coach Tyson Hammond steps on down for one more conversation with us before the end of the season. Coach, it's always a pleasure to see you, and me and Smelter talked a lot in this game. Even though the score did not fall in your favor, we really loved what we were seeing offensively from this team. There's been many moments sometimes in this season where it felt like the offense has been a little too stagnant or maybe even forced the ball a little too much. The amount of ball movement on and off ball that we saw was very lively, and we really loved how this offense operated, even if they sometimes didn't get rewarded with the bucket in the end.
Yeah, that's the hard part is, when you do good, we were doing a good job of finding screens, and our off-ball action was good. And it was opening up good things for us. We got a lot of paint touches in the first half, a lot of paint and post touches, which is what we need to get in that off-ball movement and screening. We created some good stuff. We just didn't finish enough of them. Third quarter, we got a little bit frustrated. We didn't do quite as good a job of that, and you'd see that in the scorebook is, we talked about it. There's movement and there's purposeful movement. And the third quarter, we had movement, but we weren't doing a very good job of having a purpose with it. We got to make sure we keep finding bodies to screen and keep finding ways to pressure the paint, because whether it's curling it or backdooring it or attacking with the dribble or the pass, you got to put pressure on the paint. When we do that, we get good looks. And when we don't, we don't get very good looks, and that's part of what we're still trying to learn.
And you can see it. You can see the kind of stark contrast when, as you said, the team gets a good look, and when they don't, they kind of revert back to that style of just chucking up threes, and sometimes early in the shot clock or in a panic defense because they're trying to get something going. When in the first half, you got 14 paint touches, I think in the first quarter, even the first half alone, which I think was a season high compared to what normally we've seen. So you can see the stark contrast, and it's almost like trying to take the bad habits away from this very, very young team and teach them that, hey, if you stay patient, that shot will still find you. You'll still find an opening for that shot, but you might even find a better shot if you run it the way we like to run it or have been taught during the practice time.
Right, and that's what you got to learn is, when you feel like you're playing pretty decent, you look up the scoreboard and you're down 10, we got to do a better job of learning. Like, that doesn't mean change what we're doing, because sometimes we get a little bit frazzled and then we try to do things a little too quick, and that's unfortunate. That's where our scoring droughts come from.
Yes.
Is we try to get out of those droughts by, hey, that's trust what we're doing here. Trust your screen. You're going to get a chance to curl. There's going to be things there. And the hard part is those habits aren't always easy to break, because sometimes we see like, I got to do something, when really what you need to do is go screen, make a pass, go get a rebound, those things. And you know, there's times where we do a really good job of that, and then there's times where we don't, and those are the things that we're still learning.
And that, again, with a young team like it is, it's always tough to find that consistency because each game is such a new adventure for some of them all the time, even if they have played a majority of the season. Every game has a different feel to it, has a different adversity thrown at you. And now that you've kind of, again, have seen Peyton Jones come back for the second straight game, it feels like we can we see in this game specifically that chemistry get rebuilt. And as you said, the flow of the offense in that first half specifically was rolling good. And even this defense, I mean, it's really tough to sit there and complain when, you know, Ava Reed's sitting, 4 feet off of the three-point line and making a bucket. There's not much you can do there. But just that level of intensity from the defense and then transition to the offense is kind of one of those first key learning blocks and key blocks you can move forward to be like, if we do it this way, look at the success it brought us compared to doing it the old way that has brought us a lot of turmoil instead.
Right, and that's, missing shots can't affect you on defense. And that's, with any team, that's hard sometimes because, like it or not, the ball going in the hoop helps build energy. And we did a good job in the first half of we rebounded really well. We won the rebound battle in the first half. We were getting offensive rebounds and chances of putbacks. We did a lot of things really well there as far as, what we try to do and what we want to do defensively. The third quarter, some of our struggles on offense, we kind of let bleed into our defense a little bit because, again, like we felt like we were playing hard and we got some stops on defense, but we didn't get buckets on offense. And then we got a little out of position a few times trying to get some steals that turned into buckets. And again, it's that discipline of knowing that if I do it the right way, things will be okay. And you can't take yourself out of the play by trying to do something that's probably not, it's probably pretty risky compared to the reward sometimes.
Yes.
So, trying to make a good play, you don't have to try to make great plays. Just make good plays, do the right thing, and it'll be okay.
And as coaches say, sometimes it's not the fanciest thing to do, but the small adds up to the big. It's not, as we said, the prettiest sometimes or even the most sexiest like some of these young players like to see. We like to see the instant results. Sometimes a good buildup like we saw in the first quarter is more beneficial than just, going for that sexy pass or even the sexy three-pointer that's like heavily contested.
Right.
And that'll be with a young team like this, with time, it will kind of be eked out of their system because they'll see more of the bright side of doing it the way that we saw in the first half versus how we've been doing it in the second half as we saw. Of course, you got Gehring tomorrow, another really strong team at home to finish out, of course, the home set of the season with senior night. Really take me through not only the game plan for tomorrow, but also the impact, of course, of it being senior night and some of these last games for some of these players.
Senior night's always a great night for the seniors to get a chance to play at home, for probably the last time. And, they'll be excited and our kids will be excited and ready to play tomorrow. We know that we'll have energy because of that. The big thing is just the emotional part of it and trying to make sure we don't let too much of that be a part of the game. Let it be what happens after the game. And then we'll go from there. So, Gehring's a good team. We got to be ready to come in and play hard and do the things that we did today and just be a little more consistent with it. The more consistent we can be in what we do, we'll be able to cut some of those struggle stretches out a little bit. But, that's the name of the game in basketball is, being able to adjust to what's happening and quickly. And that's the quicker you can adjust, the better you're going to get and the more looks you're going to get. And I thought we did some things where we adjusted tonight. We just got to be able to do them quicker.
All right, Coach, thank you so much as always. We'll see you tomorrow and hopefully get that W on senior night for you right there. Head coach Tyson Hammond with our La Casa del Rio's post-game coaches interview. We'll step aside for a final time, Jeff Smeltzer, because guess what time it is?
Game time.
You're dang right it's game time. As there's Jeff Smeltzer calling us out with his game time approach. We'll step aside again once more. When we come back, we will have boys basketball here against a really good Scottsbluff team. You can listen to that, as always, live here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and yes, video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by
Justin Thompson Agency, American Family Insurance, Hands of the Heartland, La Casa del Rios, Dave's Place, Cole Jonason with High Street Insurance, Al's Lock and Safe, State Farm Agent Bobby Holtz, Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, The Fortify Group, Larry's Glass, Shelter Insurance Agents Pete Bolt and Brett Rogo, Puro Clean, Great Plains Health, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy, Jay Engel with Farm Bureau Financial Services, Runza, Double Dips, Merrick's Ranch House, Mid Plains Community College, Szechuan Famous Food and Sushi Bar, The Cedar Room.
See our full sports broadcast calendar and our next broadcast at northplattpost.com. The following is an Eagle Media Sports presentation. North Platte High Sports on northplattpost.com, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by
Justin Thompson Agency, American Family Insurance, Hands of the Heartland, La Casa del Rios, Dave's Place, Cole Jonason with High Street Insurance.
North Platte will reset the offense. Eli Broman steps back for three in the corner again. That is 3 threes for Eli Broman today. 9 points and a timeout going to be called by Alliance.
Al's Lock and Save, State Farm Agent Bobby Holtz, Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, The Fortify Group, Larry's Glass, Shelter Insurance Agents Pete Bolt and Brett Rogo, Puro Clean.
Now to Gans. Gans. Oh, that's going to be stolen by Kaminsky. Kaminsky up the court now with it. Having Kaminsky Euroing up for the layup.
Oh, it's a left-hand scoop.
Great Plains Health. Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy. Jay Engel with Farm Bureau Financial Services. Runza. Double Dips. Merrick's Ranch House. Mid Plains Community College. Szechuan Famous Food and Sushi Bar. The Cedar Room.
Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Paxton Gordon, Jeff Smeltzer. Jeff, it's time. Boys action. Bulldogs taking on Scottsbluff, and I think we have some pretty big breaking news we might want to share a little bit with of. Of course, for the whole, almost I would say for the whole season, a majority of the season, the Dogs have been without Jonathan Reinke as he's been dealing, of course, with his medical ailments.
Yeah,
we kind of got some word he's out there warming up right now.
Yeah, if you're watching at home, those bright green shoes, that's Jonathan. He had the autoimmune disorder that kind of took place. Last real game he played was Lincoln Pius. He was still sick that game. I think that was December 28th. And then
it was.
Spent 10 or 12 days at Children's Hospital in Omaha, and now he's back and warming up anyway. I don't know if we'll see him tonight, but he's warming up.
I was going to say, there has been some words. There's a little birdie that we have that has talked about potentially him playing tomorrow. And I know that it's very late in the season, but, you know, the impact of, you know, seeing, first off, Jonathan out there actually playing and actually shooting the ball and walking around, I think in and of itself is a huge boost. But the conversation potentially of Jonathan Reinke actually playing some basketball game before district time, you know, honestly is kind of scary if you're an opposing team, because if you don't remember, you're looking at the guy that was leading Class A scoring at one point this year.
He was, before he got sick, the whole team was sick against Grand Island.
Yes,
and, didn't have his up-to-par game there, and then when they went to the tournament out in Sydney, he played the one game, and then they rushed him to the hospital the next day, and just wasn't right. So, before the Grand Island game, he was leading Class A in scoring, like 22 and 10 or 12 rebounds. So, was having a super year, off to a great start, and just glad to see him back out there warming up anyway, and maybe he'll get in. But the rest of the Bulldogs, again, good week of practice. They've been playing hard. They're ready for the challenge.
Because this team that they are facing right this second in Scottsbluff is a team that you just sit there and go, oh my good heavens, because this is a great team. 17-3 on the season. We think Scottsbluff as a whole is a good team. Oh, not Scottsbluff. Sorry, McCook. We think McCook's a good team, right? We can all agree.
Yeah.
They blew them out by 18.
Yeah. And you want to see a team that can shoot, players 1 through 8 are all really good. Yeah. I've watched their JVs too. They all can shoot.
They all
the
can shoot,
basketball.
baby.
Not a super tall team. Will match up well height-wise, but they can shoot lights out, and they're very unselfish. Boy, they're fun to watch pass the basketball. Dogs really have to come out with intensity. Maybe this is a trap game. They played that really good McCook team last night.
They play Norris again tomorrow.
They play Norris tomorrow in the Heartland Hoops Classic. I think Norris only has the one loss to Scott.
Yep. And Scott, a team that is hovering around that top 2 of their Class B.
I think Scottsbluff and Norris are both in the top 3. I think Scott's number 1, and I don't know who's
Scott, Norris, and Scottsbluff. You kind of can just
I don't know who
them.
is 2 and who is 3, but I think they're 2 top 3 teams So maybe we catch them on a night where they're overlooking the Dogs and
looking towards Norris.
Yeah.
And they're led, of course, by Nate Kelly. So let's jump into our Double Dips Ice Creamery's starting lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District of North Platte offers 24+ different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Caleb Berta, the 6'3 junior, will be starting for Scottsbluff alongside Riley Meiniger, the 6'2 senior. Isai Sabala, the 5'10 senior, and the man himself, Nate Kelly, 6-foot-tall senior, going to UNK to play basketball. And then Keon Delgado, the 6'4 senior, the big bruiser himself, getting the start today for Scottsbluff and the Bearcats. Jeff Smeltzer, it's your time. Take it away because North Platte High School is about to take the floor to take on the Bearcats.
Bulldogs will start a pair of juniors in Logan Hayes and Jake Kincaid. And then the seniors are going to be starting tonight. Caleb Odell, Sam Euling, and Harper Whitney.
Okay, so Harper Whitney getting the nod here tonight.
Yep, so not the biggest lineup that the Dogs can put out there.
But
well, that's any lineup they put out there. So that's.
But with the just athleticism this Scottsbluff team brings, you are not shocked to see guys like, Reed O'Brien, of course, and Harper Whitney get the start. Both of those really good wing defenders against a team like Scottsbluff that just loves to fire it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I imagine you're going to start out with Sam Euling on Nate Kelly. Meininger's such a great shooter. Harper Whitney might go on him.
Probably put Hayes on Berta.
Maybe Hayes, yeah. Berta's a good shooter, too. Isai Sabala's a good shooter.
At this point, just list the whole team, baby. Just list
Delgado's
the whole team.
a good shooter, but spends most of his time around the basket. But if he stretches it out, he can shoot as well. So, need a huge effort out of the Dogs tonight. Need them to play hard, knock down some shots, but let's play basketball. Let's get after it.
And a lot of familiar faces here in North Platte tonight. Landon O'Brien is here, as well as Jake's brother, Caleb Odell. that's he plays basketball, but the older Kincaid is here tonight. Caleb Kincaid's here.
Loper football player, Caleb Kincaid.
How many years has it been for him? 2, 3 years?
I think he's going into his junior year.
That's been a long time, man. That is crazy to think. River Johnson also at UNK be joining Nate Kelly be joining River Johnson as that tip is won by the Bulldogs. And here comes Logan Hayes to start things off for North Platte. Harper Whitney sets the screen. Caleb Odell is in the ball game. Euling, far corner, guarded by Kelly. Quick feed to Odell. Guarded by Sabala. Now with it, Hayes, Kincaid. He'll pull up in front of Delgado. It's going to be no good. And rebounded by Caleb Berta. And here comes the other way, Isai Sabala for Scottsbluff. We're tied 0-0 here on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. North Platte starting off right now in a zone defense as Berta now drives into a paint, into a double team. Berta kicks it out to Sabala. Another double team down low, and an easy 2 points for Keon Delgado. As you talked about, there was that unselfish basketball, and Scottsbluff strikes first. 2-0 lead.
Close out hard on Sabala. He just faked and looked inside and found Delgado for 2.
Whitney fires to Odell. Lost the ball for a second. Now Odell will step back. Guarded by Isai Sabala to Euling. Euling to Whitney. Whitney driving it on Berta. Hop stepping. How about Harper Whitney with the bucket? Yes! And that's something we haven't really seen much from Harper Whitney is his offensive streak. We've seen a lot of his great defense, but some confidence right there with his shot is, Sabala for 3, no good. Good box out from Euling, and he comes down with his first rebound.
Yeah, if Whitney can drive, that's his kind of game. He just was a little tentative earlier in the year because coming off that knee injury, but boy, he looks good now.
Yeah, as you can see, as time goes on, not wearing a brace at all,
No,
of course,
no
from
brace,
that
no
ACL.
sleeve.
Harper Whitney drives once again into a double team, finds Kincaid. Guarded by Delgado, it's stripped away by Keon Delgado, and Scottsbluff will take it up the court with Meininger. Meininger kicks, Sabala in the corner, drives on Odell. Into the paint, Berta. Nate Kelly now has it, top of the three-point line, drives on Euling. How about Nate Kelly? Oh, man. Gets the bucket and draws the foul from Sam Euling. That is Nate Kelly, and he's going to UNK for a reason. He is a special, special ball player.
Yes, yeah, he is. And you want to talk about unselfish. He's kind of the definition of that. Took it that time. That was the right play, but you'll see him. He averages 6 assists a game. Oh,
as he misses the free throw, an uncharacteristic mistake for Nate Kelly. But, you know, high school basketball can sometimes be the game of, I hate to say selfishness, but, you know, hero ball. And we want to talk about somebody that is not a hero when it comes to his play, and it's Nate Kelly. As from the free throw line, a bucket almost goes in from Harper Whitney. Takes a couple of bad bounces, and now Scottsbluff the other way, following the rebound from Nate Kelly. Kelly gets the handoff from Meininger. Drives on Euling. Kelly lost the ball for a second, picks it up and throws it to Sabala. Meininger once again has it. 4-2 on our State Farm agent, Bobby Hull's scoreboard in favor of Scottsbluff. Nate Kelly pulls up from the left elbow. Takes a bad bounce. Fighting for it is Whitney, and it's actually Kincaid that comes down with it. Quick tempo, Odell pumps and now passes around to Logan Hayes. Dogs with some very good defense against Scottsbluff so far in this game, forcing a lot of errant misses. Cross-court pass over to Odell. He'll pull the trigger for three. Yes! Caleb Odell, his first three today, getting the starting nod in place of Jared Smeltzer. It's 5-4, the lead on our State Farm agent, Bobby Hull's scoreboard, with Jared Smeltzer looking to check in. Meininger to Kelly. He drives in on Euling again. Kelly with a beautiful pivot. Oh, no good, but Logan Hayes drawing the foul. But you want to talk about good use of his pivot foot
kept
and awareness.
That pivot foot,
yeah, Nate Kelly. That is like a college, again, that is a D1 college level type of play from Nate Kelly.
Smart move. He was 1 for 2 last time at the free throw line.
He makes it. Nate Kelly now 1 of 2 for 3 points in this game. 5-5 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Harper Whitney, of course, checking out. So Smeltzer and Odell playing together as they have been all season. Kelly makes both. So after an errant miss on his first free throw, he's 2 for 2 in his second attempt. As Smeltzer and Kelly go at it, that's going to be a tough matchup today for Jared Smeltzer. Quick feed to the near corner to Logan Hayes. Back to Smeltzer. Euling, good pump fake. Bounce pass down low to a cutting Kincaid. What a beautiful backdoor feed from Sam Euling to Jake Kincaid, and North Platte leads 7-6. And checking in now, Trey Clemens for the Bearcats.
He's a freshman, but boy, he can play.
As the three-pointer from Riley Meininger. Good. And there is that three-point shooting for Scottsbluff, and they are making a big rotation in. 3 players check in, George Schmall as well as Oliver Carpenter. And how about Logan Hayes, blocked from behind, but a foul called against Meininger late.
Another nice find and a good attacking of the rim by Hayes.
North Platte in these last, these games so far today, before the offense for North Platte has had some really fantastic ball movement.
Very unselfish play, which at times that can get the best of the Dogs. They're trying to go a little one-on-one, a little too often.
As Hayes at the free throw line, of course, at one point in this season, North Platte's free throw champion during the week. So 3-man rotation, Berta, Kelly, as well as Sabala, all sub out. And checking in, Schmall, Carpenter.
Hayes, a 61% free throw shooter.
As well as one more. I'm trying to remember who else checked in. Oh, Trey Clemens, a freshman. As Hayes misses the second, so Scottsbluff leads by 1 with 3:50 left to go here in this opening quarter of play. Cross-court feed to Delgado. A handoff now to Meininger. Meininger steps back and fires from 20. No good, as that's going to be a fight for the rebound between Delgado
Oh, no, they're
and
saying
Hayes.
it's Scottsbluff ball.
Wow.
No.
First they made the call that it was North Platte's ball, and they overturn it. as Ewing will check out, and checking in comes Reed O'Brien. So Scottsbluff retains. The inbounds to Carpenter, getting a screen from Delgado. Carpenter, Clemens now with it. Back to Carpenter, quick passing from the Bearcats. Meininger with some space, fires from the elbow. And another good bucket for Riley Meininger. He has 5 points for the Bearcats, and it's an 11-8 lead. Smeltzer explodes into the lane, up over Delgado, no good as that shot might have been deflected. Rebounded by Schmall. Into the lane, Meininger goes. Down low to Delgado, and Hayes, takes a heavy fall. And he's down, but he's looking to get back up as Delgado and Hayes collide. He is still down, back up goes.
Now we got
Logan
the officials'
Hayes
timeout.
Finally, they'll call an official's timeout. He took a pretty hefty fall on his back and might have bounced his head off the floor as Harper Whitney out at the scorer's table to check in.
Got GPH staff coming to sports medicine staff, take a look at him.
Who have done a fantastic job this season, of course, with the players.
He hit hard. I think he's going to be okay. But
yeah, it looks like it was more of his back than his head, but that was a very scary fall as he and Delgado collided, going for the block and the bucket from Delgado as Berta looks to check back in at the scorer's table. Whitney to Odell. Jab step to Kincaid, who'll fire for three. No, in and out. And rebounded with Meininger, and now he has some speed the other way. Stops on the perimeter, Meininger, and explodes down low to Delgado. His shot is up. It's no good. But there's the first foul for Jake Kincaid today.
They are so good at driving and dishing.
Nate Kelly is also at the line. I mean, there's so many aspects of this Scottsbluff team that is just, so difficult to guard because of how unselfish they are. But that's what also makes them so scary. But also I want to make a side point here. This is a quick little flash in the pan, of course, with Ogallala in our coverage range. Ogallala still beat the brakes off this Scottsbluff team. We, of course, expect Scottsbluff to be really good, as that's a missed free throw from Delgado as Schmall comes up with his second rebound. Nate Kelly down low to Delgado. Keon Delgado over two defenders, no good. Fighting for it is him and Kincaid, but I think Delgado gets a little too aggressive.
Yeah, talking about Ogallala, if anybody's in the Grand Island area tomorrow, they're going to play undefeated Ogallala versus undefeated Ashland Greenwood.
That's number one and number two in Class C1, and is most certainly going to be potentially, knock on wood,
of state championship.
Yeah, if all goes well, that might be the state championship match this year. Ogallala has just been unstoppable, and Ashland Greenwood, same as usual. They are just a dominant team, as we'll have to reset with the shot clock not going. Derek Beck will be on call with that. Flat Rock 100.7. But again, that just tells you how good Ogallala is, because we rank highly McCook and Scottsbluff, and Ogallala put the beat down on both of them here today. So for North Platte to be trailing just by 4 with this amount of firepower, and how efficient North Platte has been offensively so far today, early on in this first quarter, you got to be pretty happy with how things are going so far. Especially after a tough loss to Creek last Saturday.
Yeah, which was a very ugly loss.
It went from bad to worse pretty quickly, as some North Platte games have gone. So for them to be playing at this level right now against Scottsbluff, good start. Whitney on the baseline, feeds it right back to Kincaid in the corner. 17 on the shot clock. Kincaid bounce pass to Reed O'Brien. O'Brien on Berta. Reed O'Brien with his pivot foot up and under, no good. And it's actually Trey Clemens, the defender there. But how about Reed O'Brien showing some good moves? Uh-oh, Berta pulls up for a corner three. That's off the rim, no good. And Jake Kincaid, the junior, comes down with the ball. Whitney in that far corner tries to get it to O'Brien, and then Clemens reaches and gets a foul.
Pushing the pace. I like that.
Again, not allowing the Scottsbluff defense to get settled, and that's a good sign, as after taking a hard fall, Logan Hayes checks back into the ball game for North Platte High School. And again, one of those things you just like to see after that hard fall, as Hayes almost trips but receives the basketball. Ewing, who's also checked in. Oh boy, tried to get it to Harper Whitney, but Harper Whitney turned his back and went to the basket. Berta kicks it back to Clemens. Now Berta thought about the three. Clemens gets it again, and now he drives on O'Brien. Kicks out, three on the way for Carpenter. Fighting for it is Sam Ewing, who comes down with the defensive board. And now Smeltzer with 113. Quick feed to Ewing for three. Sam Ewing! We love his defense, and we've always talked about why can't his offense come around as well, and he hits a big three-pointer.
He's gaining confidence on that shot.
As down low, it's actually Sam Euling. Speak of the devil himself with a big block. And now North Platte the other way, trailing by 1, 12-11, with 49 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Smeltzer and Kelly go at it, and Smeltzer loses the basketball. Now the other way, Nate Kelly, the senior, top of the line, drives on Euling. Man, Nate Kelly, explosive first step, just gets a little bit past Euling, and just like that, it's 14-11. Underneath the basket, Harper Whitney. I mean, oh my gosh, we are just going
reverse layup.
Shot for shot, and there's that confidence from Harper Whitney. He hits another bucket, this time over Trey Clemens. Kelly
Shot clock turned off.
Yep, Kelly will eat out the last of this first quarter, and Scottsbluff will look for the final shot. Schmall, back to Kelly. He'll pull up for three. Nate Kelly, no good. Long rebound by Logan Hayes. He has 1 second. Hayes cannot get the ball in his hand correctly. And that is how this first quarter comes to an end. North Platte High School, Jeff Smeltzer trailing by 1 point, 14-13 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. We come back to the doghouse on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Hey, Nebraska parents, did you know your local community college is offering free tuition for early entry in dual credit classes? At Mid-Plains Community College, your high schooler can jumpstart their future right now, saving money while earning real college credit. Picture this: the next nurse saving lives, the next entrepreneur building a better Nebraska, and it all starts while they're still in high school. Talk to your school counselor or visit npcc.edu to learn more. Students are responsible for course-related fees and must attend a Nebraska high school or homeschool to qualify.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open Monday starting in February. Also, try the new Philly cheesesteak sandwich, the most authentic cheesesteak in the area. Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Jeff Smeltzer, you love to make some hand gestures, so he's all excited.
I'm
He's
replaying
all
the quarter in my
up.
mind.
He's all amped up. But
right.
what was going through your mind in that quarter? Because North Platte right now on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard only trailing by 1 point here to start quarter number 2. A fantastic opening stint for this Bulldogs offense and defense. Scottsbluff really hasn't had many good looks.
No, they haven't. No, good defense. Especially shout out to Sam Euling. He's been all over the place.
A three, a block, and some rebounds.
Dogs going to a zone here.
I know.
Too good of a shooting team to
go to this 2-3 zone that we've seen.
Trying to trap, and there they found
Berto finds a corner three. He misses it, and Sam Euling comes down with the long rebound. I know it's a little risky, but if it works out, it is a beneficial step for North Platte High School.
No, their zone is what allowed them to beat York, but York is not as good a shooting team.
I was going to say York and Scottsbluff are a little different in scale.
York was just based on height, and Scottsbluff is shooting and athleticism.
Timeouts are always brought to you in part by Kevin McCann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey. Sweet beat. Euling and Kelly with 8 seconds. They feed to Sam Euling. Euling with 4 seconds. Bounce pass down low to Kincaid. Kincaid fades with it. Oh, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Nick Kelly, and he comes down with it. And the other way comes Kelly to start the offense. Into the corner. Sabala pulls up. And Issei Sabala, his first three. And there's a quick bucket for Scottsbluff in the transition. It's 17-13. Hayes getting the screen from Kincaid. Now guarded once again by Nate Kelly. The handoff to Euling. The handoff to Odell. Odell fires to Logan Hayes. Hayes. Bounce pass and a foul. Oh, stepping out of bounds actually is Logan Hayes, and that is how that possession comes to an end for the Dogs.
He had Kincaid on the low post there, but stepped out of bounds before he could complete the pass. Hey, shout out to the student section. Good.
You know what?
Good
just
student body support tonight.
Just in general, it's been a great last couple of home games for the support from the fans and the students. Very far pass to a wide open Berta corner three, and right in that same spot again. Sabala hit the three earlier in this quarter from that far side, and guess what? Caleb Berta does the same.
Yep. 6-0 run when we went to the zone.
20-13 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Jeff Smeltzer is not a fan, again, especially as he highlighted against a team like Scottsbluff going to a 2-3 zone defense.
Every one of them can shoot.
As that feed from Kincaid is stolen by Nate Kelly. Kelly and Delgado, the bounce pass to Delgado. His shot is no good, and there might have been a foul, but the Dogs will get away with it, and the rebound will go the way of North Platte as Ewing on the far side gets North Platte set up. Got away with one there, Jeff Smeltzer.
We did. I thought there was a hand in the back by Kincaid, but that's all right. Play on.
Ewing now with the basketball, picks his dribble up. Jared Smeltzer, not Jeff Smeltzer. Jared Smeltzer's at the scorer's table. Oh, beautiful spin move from Odell. How about Reed O'Brien doesn't take the shot when he probably could have.
Turned down 2 good looks there, fellas.
Now Odell with a bad shot. It's going to fall off the front of the rim and rebounded by Issei Sabala. Up the court it goes all the way to Berta. Berta hop steps back to Sabala, who's trailing. Misses the 3. Rebounded by Keon Delgado. A 3 for Meiniger. And Meiniger hits. And a quick timeout by head coach Jimmy Pack after what was a 1-point lead for Scottsbluff out of the first quarter. It's now
9-0
10.
run by the Bearcats.
Yep.
And again, they are so unselfish. They'll always find the open guy.
And they're hitting their threes on that right side of the court so far in this quarter. And North Platte gave up 2 good opportunities in their last offensive possession.
Yeah, great spin move by Caleb Odell. Turned down a shot.
Then
Reed O'Brien could have had about a 15-footer. He turned it down, and then they had to shoot a 3 right at the buzzer there as the shot clock was running down.
5:02 left to go on our State Farm agent Bobby Holt's scoreboard to meet you where you're at. Help you get to where you want to be. Timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann. And also thank you to our sponsors for today's game. Justin Thompson Agency with American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves in top-notch customer service no matter what type of insurance you're looking for. Dave's Place also sponsoring today's game. Shout out Cole Joneson with High Street Insurance, currently 7:32. And you know what, Jeff Smeltzer? It's a nice, balmy 45 degrees outside.
Can you believe that?
I love it. There's going to potentially be snow next week. Sorry to break your hearts. It's going to come at some point.
I know.
Going to come at some point.
The 3rd week of February, I guess.
Bound to happen.
Yeah.
Time and temperature always brought to you in part by Cole Joneson with High Street Insurance.
You know it's going to come on the first outdoor track meet of the season.
Yes, well, or it's going to come when I travel to state wrestling, because, yes, state wrestling is next week, starting on Tuesday. I will be in Omaha at the CHI Event Center for Girls Day 1, starting at 3 o'clock on Tuesday as Smeltzer turns the ball over, and then on the other end, Logan Hayes.
I thought it went off a foot, but I guess.
Did it go off a foot? I didn't see that.
It was a turnover, but it went off a foot. I thought they were going to call a kick, and they didn't.
Okay.
But I guess kick has to be an intentional
movement
of the foot.
Yes, an inadvertent one is not going to get called most of the time. Oh, wide open down low. Kelly backing down Ewing. Great defense from Sam Ewing, but Nate Kelly's just a lethal shooter. His fade is good. And there was once again that unselfish basketball, Jeff Smeltzer, that gets Scottsbluff a bucket. And then a foul on the side of the Bearcats. I believe it's against Issei Sabala. Yep. His first, and checking in comes Trey Clemens. It's so, man, it's a beautiful basketball to see how how just great ball movement and unselfishness Scottsbluff has. But it's also painful at the same time because they're the enemy team.
I think they'll handle Norris tomorrow. I think the only thing keeping them away from the state championship is Scud again with George Zebel, who's 6'9" and just a bruiser.
Turnover from Reed O'Brien, and now with some numbers, here comes Scottsbluff the other way. Kelly going coast to coast with the and-one bucket. Sam Ewing was right there with them. That's now 2 against Sam Ewing. With 4:16 left to go, it's now Scottsbluff who has put their foot on the gas after a pretty clumsy first quarter from the Bearcats. They're flexing out and showing why they're a top 5 team in the state. As Oliver Carpenter checks in and Whitney checks in for Jared Smeltzer. Again, it's going to be a tough matchup for Jared Smeltzer against somebody like Nate Kelly. I mean, really anybody that's matched up against Nate Kelly is going to have a tough time. Kelly makes another free throw. He's 3 for 4 as checking in George Small for Nate Kelly. Small wearing a face mask as Caleb Odell at the line as well to check in. 28-13 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. North Platte trailing the Bearcats. Ewing getting a screen from Logan Hayes. Runs around the perimeter. Now thought about driving, but passes once again to Hayes. Hayes guarded by Clemens. Breaking him down. Into the lane goes Logan Hayes. Out to Harper Whitney with 10 seconds on the shot clock. When that ball is stripped away by Trey Clemens. And with 8 seconds, North Platte will have, let's see, will they give it a baseline or they say it's going to be a sideline inbounds?
Oh, boy, it's a tough inbounds there.
Yeah, it's a sideline inbounds. Yeah. Caleb Odell has checked in, so I'd assume they might try to find something for him. But as you said, that is a tough spot. 8 seconds for Kincaid on Delgado. Kincaid driving in on Keon Delgado. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Floater is no good. Tries to fight for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off Keon Delgado. That's a big man that Jake Kincaid, who's a powerful offensive lineman, is going up against.
Yeah, and Keon's been starting since he's a freshman. He's a lot of experience.
This entire team for Scottsbluff has been just mountains of experience. Kelly, Delgado, Meininger, as Odell. He'll pull the trigger, quick three. Oh, just a bit short. And rebounded by George Schmall, who'll take it the other way for Scottsbluff. Again, 28-13. State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard.
Back to man-to-man.
Meininger pulls up for three. Meininger misses, and Delgado, it falls right into his hands as a three for Trey Clemens and another three-pointer. I mean, you are not kidding when you say no matter who comes in, they can shoot the ball.
Players 1 through 8, they can all shoot.
As checking in, Caleb Berta for Scottsbluff. Reed O'Brien, one-on-one with Clemens to Whitney. Whitney swings it over to Odell. Now Logan Hayes in the left corner. He's driving in on Meininger. Looking for a screen from Whitney, but passes it to Whitney instead. Kincaid jab stepping, driving in on Delgado. Spinning again, going up with his shot, no good, and Keon Delgado comes down with a rebound, and here's with some speed, Trey Clemens and the Bearcats. Meininger explodes into the paint. Beautiful feed down low to Keon Delgado.
Another unselfish play,
It's just poetic basketball is what we're seeing as head coach Jimmy Pack will call it timeout. So we do see one substitution for North Platte at the line. It's Bo Black, who will be checking in for the first time today, as well as Sam Euling. Timeouts are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-way, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, and that just, again, this goes to show just how explosive Scottsbluff is. 1 point game going into the second quarter. Now it's 20-point lead.
Gone on a 19-0 run.
Yes.
9-0 run with the zone. Yeah, it may have been more after that.
Yeah, it started off 9-0 with that 2-3 zone.
And then it was kind of some run out, so I don't know if they were still in zone on defense or not. It was.
And this kind of boils back to the girls' game as well. When they got away from the stuff that was working for them early, good ball movement, good off-ball, purposeful movement from some of the players, they got really good shots. But so far, they've lost a lot of that movement here in this second quarter, and it's cost them a lot of buckets that they were easy to get in the first.
Turning into little, tough shots at the end of the shot clock, having to go a little one-on-one because you don't have much time left.
33-13 as Logan Hayes up the court.
Don't want the dreaded 0 points in the quarter, so let's get a bucket here, dogs.
Bo Black has checked in, as we said, as well as Sam Euling.
The 6'3 sophomore.
Black passes the ball to Hayes at the logo. Hayes guarded by Sabala. Now driving to the far side, hands it off to Odell. Getting one screen and feeds to Black. 13 on the shot clock. Black to Hayes. Hayes tries past Sabala. Hop stepping. Up goes Logan Hayes.
His first field goal. He's got 3 points tonight. Made a free throw.
Now Berta in transition, hop-stepping himself and fading with the shot. No good. And there's the small Odell coming down with the defensive board. They broke the barrier, the Dogs did. Their first 2 points of the quarter, can they continue to build upon that? Whitney slings it to Hayes. Guarded by Clemens. Now Odell picking his dribble up. Quick feed to Harper Whitney with 17 on the shot clock.
Much better ball movement this
Bo Black
possession.
In the post on the baseline, back to Whitney.
He had a height advantage there. Roll Bo, there
now
you go.
Now rolls to Bo Black. Black in a double team. To Odell, he'll pull a trigger three. Off the rim, no good. Black fighting for the basketball. Bo Black's gonna fall on it. He almost gets called for the travel and tries to feed it to Whitney, but it's off the knee of Oliver Carpenter. Good fight from Bo Black to keep that possession alive for the Bulldogs. 33-15, it's Harper Whitney with the inbounds.
Mom Amy is sitting a couple rows in front of us.
Shout out as Whitney loses the basketball and have to reset. Whitney with a fresh 35 on the clock, finds Black in the right corner. Black, bounce pass, oh, it's gonna get away, and I think it might have been off of a knee of a Scottsbluff player, George Schmall, I think. Had it bounce off of his leg, and another inbounds for North Platte in that dreaded far corner. now the third time in this ball game
so
they've
you
hit that
rarely
corner.
see it inbound from there, and we've had
3 of them.
Yeah.
Harper Whitney now with the patience fires to Sam Euling. Euling drives in. Sam Euling, wow, lost the basketball. Bo Black comes down with it. Black to Logan Hayes for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Harper Whitney, and he's fouled from behind by George Schmall. As Reed O'Brien will check in for North Platte. Dogs showing some life here in this late second quarter. As Bo Black for his short stint checks back out. And even though it was short, felt the good impact from Black as Hayes gets the inbounds. 50 seconds on the shot clock. Now starts dribbling and fires to the near side to Whitney. Now Euling passes it back to Odell. Whitney, Hayes now with it. O'Brien gets it down low to Euling. Euling, oh, beautiful move. Sam Euling, oh, just misses the shot. George Schmall with his 3rd rebound. I mean, boy, he almost put Berta in a spin cycle. But the shot just barely misses, and now it looks like Scottsbluff, with the shot clock turned off, will try to find the final shot of quarter number 2, leading 33-15. As Eastside Sabala dribbles it out. Sabala. 10 seconds left to go. Picks his dribble up to the near side. To Carpenter. Carpenter gets a screen. Feeds it back to Sabala with 4. Sabala!
Only a
hits
2,
the bucket.
but, yeah.
And that is how this quarter comes to an end as Eastside Sabala picks up his 5th point. He got Sam Euling to jump and then dribbled right past him and pulled up with his foot on the line. It's 35-15 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Unfortunately for North Platte, which has been a little too common this season, only scoring 2 points in that second quarter. And in the other end, Scottsbluff put up 21.
Yeah, 21-2.
Yeah, so
can't have quarters like
no.
that.
And that is something that has unfortunately been all too common for not just North Platte this season, but North Platte last season as well. So a lot of tough things for the Dogs in that quarter, and I think that's what's so upsetting is they had such a great first quarter against Scottsbluff, and then it all just crumbled apart just a little too much in the second, and now we sit here at halftime with Scottsbluff leading 35-15 on our State Farm agent, Bobby Holst scoreboard. We'll step aside, take a break. When we come back, Jeff Smeltzer, it is our Quick Stop halftime show on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Every step should feel great, but if foot pain, bunions, heel spurs, or injuries are slowing you down, Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists is here to help. Their expert team of doctors provide top-notch care, from routine foot health to advanced treatments and surgery. Whether you're an athlete, always on the go, or just tired of aching feet, they'll get you back on your feet pain-free. Step into comfort. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today, or see them online at gpfootandankle.com.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start. Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies. Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this. Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude. Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, about Shelter's competitive renter's insurance rates.
Craving bold flavors and authentic Chinese cuisine? Look no further than Szechuan Famous Foods. From spicy Szechuan classics to mouth-watering dumplings, fresh sushi, their dishes are crafted with the freshest ingredients and traditional recipes. Whether you're dining in or taking out, every bite is a taste of China. Visit Szechuan Famous Foods today, where flavor is always first. Located at 320 Rodeo Road, or order online at SzechuanFamous.com for carry-out or delivery. Your taste buds will thank you.
Experience the beauty of downtown North Platte and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Cedar Room. The Cedar Room is an unparalleled restaurant experience with this unique atmosphere where modern meets rustic. Enjoy a handcrafted cocktail made with the freshest ingredients by a master mixologist while dining from their delicious American fusion cuisine menu. Make a reservation by calling 308-532-4825 or reserve online at thecedarroomne.com. The Cedar Room, 505 North Dewey in beautiful downtown North Platte.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Head to Merrick's. Open Monday starting in February. Also, try the new Philly cheesesteak sandwich, the most authentic cheesesteak in the area. Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Quick Stop halftime show, 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. Jeff Smeltzer's right beside me. Star-studded day today. Lance Polk walked by. Head coach Ricky Holmes of the North Platte High boys baseball team, which is starting its season here before you know it, was walking by. And there's a couple other people. Coach Cameron Riggs for the wrestling team, which, of course, nope, that's a lie. They have their districts today, so that was not Coach Riggs. I don't know what I was thinking on that, Jed.
So, yeah, those Bulldog hurlers will be playing baseball before too long.
I know, right? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It always happens. Yeah. Shout out to the North Platte High girls wrestling team, sending 5 members to state this year, which has been the most in the last couple of seasons.
That's outstanding.
And that team, and of course, shout out to their head coach, who is part of the USA Wrestling mentorship. So he will be mentoring a lot of the young USA wrestlers who will be potentially going to some overseas competition that was announced a week ago. So star-studded wrestling program, which we've always known, even with head coach Dale Hall, who is now at Hershey, which is always a weird thing that I have to continue to say.
Right.
Coach Riggs, and then coach for the wrestling. I'm so sorry I forgot his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I will look it up real quick to make sure I'm correct. But it's going to be another star-filled state wrestling for boys and girls for North Platte High.
Yeah, good to see the 5 qualifiers for the girls. I expect there'll be at least 5 boys that'll make it.
There's going to be a lot more, I think. The 2-3 guaranteed: Ty Hanneborg, Kirk Wilson, as well as Will Rafkin, and maybe Roman Ochoa. Those 4 are kind of the premier, people that we think might be able to win the state this year for boys wrestling.
Yeah, they've had an outstanding season. They've got some really good wrestlers on that team. So hope they make some noise in districts and continue it in state.
Yep, and we hope some good news comes away for North Platte High boys basketball, as they currently trail 35-15 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. It's been a rough one. It was good to start, and then that second quarter happened where they gave up a 21-2 total run against Scottsbluff, and now trail 35-15.
So yeah, get back after it. Defense, get after it on defense,
And I haven't felt that they've been horrible. I mean, Scottsbluff is just so unselfish. When you have if you're running, the Dogs have been primarily running zone so far in this first half. And what's a great way for a team to break a zone down? Beautiful passing, and that's what Scottsbluff is so good at when it comes to their offense.
And if you close out hard, they'll just give you a ball fake and drive in the lane, and they'll find that dunker.
For Delgado. Yep.
So. Well, let's come out with a little fire here. Don't give up, Dogs. Keep playing hard. I imagine the Bearcats won't keep starters out too much longer with
tomorrow.
With a bigger game ahead of them tomorrow. So
And that's the time for the Dogs to strike. And again, shout out head coach Matt Paith. That's his name.
Okay.
It was on the tip of my tongue, and I can't believe I forgot it. Being selected to the USA Wrestling to participate in the Coach Apprentice program this June in Lima, Peru.
Oh, wow.
I know. So we got some star-studded wrestling coaches here. But when it comes to North Platte, I really believe it all got away from them when they lost themselves offensively. Their defense, again, wasn't playing horrible, but the points were starting to fall for Scottsbluff. And when a team like North Platte, who has shown this season, sees the game kind of start slipping away, they start to tend to get a little more rushed offensively and get away from what made that first quarter so strong for them.
Yeah, Dogs were really sharing the sugar, sharing the basketball, getting some good looks underneath. And, then they just had that 2-point clunker of a quarter. So get back after it, Dogs. Play unselfish. Let's get some shots to fall. Bearcats, I think, average 72 points a year, so they're kind of right on their average. Bulldogs average about 44, 45 maybe, so they're a little under
right
where
now.
they need to be. And that's good defense by Scottsbluff. They're good at both ends of the
They're all that talk,
court.
they're all that talk about how good they are. And I really think it's up to North Platte in this second half specifically to answer the bell. And I think there's been a couple of times, I think that Crete game, unfortunately, was one of those moments where they did not answer the bell out of the halftime.
Crete, the Crete game, they had a 6'9" force inside. Jake Kincaid got 2 early fouls, had to go zone. Carter Resney's a great, that team, they have Carter Resney's going to Nebraska Wesleyan, and Oliver Oglesby is going to go to Doane. So they've got 2 4-year college players on that Crete team. And Oglesby was just a monster inside. Had no answer for him.
And the game just continued to slip away. And I think in this second half, if North Platte wants to, still stay with it, they need to show out. And I think, again, go back to the basics that made them so successful in that first half. Quick Stop halftime show, 27 locations, open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner as Kincaid misses his first shot, but I like that
was
look.
A good look. A lot of passes that time. Found a post player on the low post and just didn't go in.
And a travel from Nate Kelly. And again, they just need to not stray away from it if it's not working the first time. They need to continue to have faith that this set of offense that head coach Jimmy Pack wants to run is going to be the way. They need to continue to pass the ball. They need to stay active and purposeful with their movements. Because if they're not, we're going to see this game continue to get out of control. And so far, if it's only 1 or 2 possessions, I like the ideas that North Platte is doing, but they're just missing by a hair.
Nice back door, just passed it. Well,
and they're going to say it's tipped off of Caleb Berta. But again, Kincaid had the right idea. Harper Whitney cut back door behind Berta and just was a finger's tip away, and explains why that was a miss, because it was tipped away. Whitney at the free throw line pulls up. It's going to be just a tad bit short, and Nate Kelly comes down with his 3rd rebound today. Kelly with some speed in transition pulls up for 3, and it's nothing but net.
Yeah, so smooth.
Nate Kelly so far today has 14 points. That is his first three-pointer today.
His first 3-pointer.
And there was a turnover on the opposite end by North Platte when they were trying to charge into the paint. Kelly goes coast to coast and misses it, but Delgado sucks that ball up for an offensive rebound and a putback. He's got 5. It's now 40-15 early in this third quarter.
Quick 5-0 start by the Bearcats.
As a foul is called against Riley Meininger. As you said, 5-0 run. And I don't hate how North Platte has started this quarter. Just been a step, but just a real fraction of a step behind the plays working out. Whitney wide open, bounce passes it down low to Kincaid, and then it's stolen away by Delgado. And now the other way, here comes Isai Sabalas. Jarrett Smeltzer now to the line to check in. A Sabalas floater takes a couple no bounces, and ball's on the floor. Kincaid's on it. He's trying to keep it alive, and then a jump ball, and unfortunately Jeff Smeltzer, that jump ball stays with Scottsbluff. As Jarrett Smeltzer now at the scorer's table to check in. As Jake Kincaid will check out, and now here's an interesting lineup. They've gone back to the Jarrett Smeltzer, subs out for the big fella.
There we go.
And now we're going to have a shorter, smaller, guard-centric lineup. You talked about potentially seeing that, and immediately it's taken advantage of by Keon Delgado off the inbounds. He's got a quick 4 in this quarter for Scottsbluff. Smeltzer swings it to Odell. He'll pull the trigger from the corner. No good. And Delgado, rebound number 3. Up the court to Nate Kelly, and with some speed for just a half second before Kelly slows it down. Here comes the Bearcats. Sabala swings into the paint. Sabala down low to Delgado, and a foul and a bucket. I mean, it looked like Sabala was going to take it himself, and at the last second slings it to Keon Delgado for not only the bucket, but the foul.
High screen that time. Defender couldn't get over the screen, so somebody had to step off and stop the drive, which nice dish to Delgado. That's just good basketball.
7 points in this quarter alone for Keon Delgado. And make that now 10 points for Delgado as checking in comes Reed O'Brien for North Platte High. Bryan checks in for Whitney. It's 45-15 with 5:56 left to go. And up the court comes Jared Smeltzer for the Bulldogs. Again, trying to get their first points of this quarter number 3. Quick feed to Euling, who steps back on Berta. Now Smeltzer with it. Hayes, Meininger. Oh, and a bad feed from Hayes as it's intercepted by Isai Sabala. And Sabala lays it up and in.
Well, we're getting almost into that 40-point territory.
I didn't want to say it, but with how this third quarter has gone and North Platte still unable to score, that 40-point running clock is soon about to begin. Driving in comes Reed O'Brien. Back out to Euling, who spots up for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Reed O'Brien fought for it, but Sabala comes down with his first rebound of today's ball game. How about Nate Kelly? Driving, kicking to Meininger's quarter 3. Another one. Boy, this Scottsbluff team, man. They are just so deadly from beyond the arc. Meininger now picks up his 11th point and his third 3 today. As O'Brien on the baseline needs help, finds Euling. Euling keeps that ball alive after he slipped away from it. Hayes will pull up for 3, and Logan Hayes has it rim in and out. For Nate Kelly, pulls down rebound number 4. Kelly looking to go coast to coast to Berta before Euling blocks it. Oh.
It's a foul. Doggone it.
But at least some time can be stopped now as checking in Oliver Carpenter. Just barely got some fingers on it from Euling as he went for the block. That is Sam Euling's 3rd personal foul, and 50-15, it's Scottsbluff with the lead.
Let it roll.
4:39 as Berta. And this is exactly what Scottsbluff did yesterday versus McCook. McCook went into halftime leading, and then Scottsbluff just turned the wick up.
Yeah, they just started it a quarter early against the Dogs. They started it in the second quarter instead of third quarter like McCook.
As Berta goes 2 for 2, and checking in comes Trey Clemens. 5 points for Berta. 52-15 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. And Jared Smeltzer slowly up the court now with it. Comes to the near side, swings to Odell. He'll pull the trigger, short, and it touches the rafter. And unfortunately, with that, it helped the ball get in the hoop, and that's a turnover for North Platte.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It seems like once every game it hits the support up there.
It really has.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't support Polymark, but if you wanted to put in a Polymark bet, there's a reason right there. Takes a bad bounce. Somehow it goes into the hands of Nate Kelly off the rebound. And Kelly has 16 points. I mean, it falls just so perfectly into his hands.
Yeah. Dogs had 2 people blocking out Delgado, and the ball went to Kelly.
And now we're going to see a quick substitution in for the first time here today for Tristan Graves, as that shot is no good from Odell, and rebounded by Meininger. Meininger on Euling. Has control of it. Going up and under, backdoor feed to Kelly. Nate Kelly, he hits the bucket. Some good defense to start, and now we're there. 56-15 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard, and here comes a lot of the substitutions as Isai Sabala looks to check in, Caleb Berta looks to check back in. Scottsbluff is bringing out their starters once again. Euling on the baseline against Clemens, kicks to Smeltzer. Smeltzer and Kelly firing to Odell. Now Euling. O'Brien, 20 on the shot clock, 3:20 left to go in this third quarter. Smeltzer. Quick feed to Odell. He pumps, sets, and fires. Oh, please go in there. It does not. As Clemens grabs the rebound. I mean, it bounced every which way but down. As Clemens from 18 feet, he answers on the other end. It is ridiculous how those shots are falling for Scottsbluff, and North Platte cannot
Dogs
buy a bucket
that
right
time.
now.
There are substitutions out there, and 14, we've got.
As right now it's 58-15 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Tristan Graves will be the substitution for North Platte. George Schmall, Caleb Berta, as well as Isai Sabala had check in. So Scottsbluff is subbing in their main starters minus Schmall, as Coach Pack displeased throwing his.
Yeah, throwing the clipboard.
There you go. For some reason, I couldn't kick clipboard to my mind.
3:01 left to play.
Head coach Ricky Hull making his way out. Good to see you, Coach.
Carrying 2 of them.
That's right. Had a
family's
recent baby. Shout out to Coach Holm. It's been so good to see. And, of course, women's softball starting before you know it. Second season for the girls team. Of course, after having that season off, Coach Franzen taking over, Mark Franzen last year.
Yep.
Making it all the way to the championship match in the Region 9, the final Region 9 playoff game ever at Division II. How about one Logan Hayes? He misses the shot. I mean, it takes 8 bounces off the rim and out. Dogs cannot buy a bucket right now with 2:40 left to go. And as you said, the running clock has begun, with Scottsbluff up for more than 40 at this point, 58-15. And we're approaching that dreaded no-point quarter from North Platte High School. Carpenter on the perimeter, guarded by Tristan Graves to Sabala. Berta, now Clemens, guarded by O'Brien, drives in on Reed O'Brien, spinning, up and under he goes. He misses, and Reed O'Brien collects the miss. Good defense from Reed O'Brien, and pushing tempo, Logan Hayes comes the other way here on the near wing. Picking his dribble up, fires to Graves, and there is Sabala colliding with Graves, and Graves tweaking his ankle just a little bit. It's a second for Sabala. Graves, little hobbled, but good to see he's still going. That's one guy that I wish I could see more time of, is with Tristan Graves. Another one of those young prospects that you just has done so well at the juniors.
A lot of good things.
Ewing with the basketball. Now fires to Jake Kincaid. Reed O'Brien. Ewing driving in on Berta. Spinning. Ewing in some trouble. Fades with his shot, and there's Sam Ewing. How about Sam Ewing having a really good offensive performance today for the Bulldogs? And there's North Platte's first 2 points of this third quarter as Jarrett Smeltzer now looks to check in. Caleb Berta off the screen, airballs it. Somehow that ball is saved, and it will go out of bounds. Last touched by Schmall. Smeltzer checks in for Reed O'Brien. Checking in also Eric Sabala, brother to Isai Sabala. And Kobe Strom for the Bearcats checks in.
Jake just stayed there.
15-17. I was going to say he was wide open if he just didn't
walks
move.
Out of the lane.
I know. As Graves has that ball tipped away by Eric Sabala. I guess he was hoping not to get a violation for standing in the paint for too long. As Logan Hayes on the far side will inbound again with the clock turned off. Shot clock also turned off. 28 seconds left to go in this third. Smeltzer patiently waiting for the play to develop. Hands it off to Hayes. Hayes one-on-one with Schmall. Driving in on Schmall. Backing him down. Pulling up and fading with it. It's short. And George Schmall, for his 4th rebound, comes down with it. Clemens on the far side, pointing out the offense. And now there's Kincaid on the defense. Carpenter stepping back, firing to Clemens for 3. No way, it's in and out. Rebounded by Logan Hayes. And that's how this third quarter will come to the end. Gunnar Boyer looking to check in at the scorers table. 58-17 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. Quarter number 4 will be here when we come back on FM 98.1 and AM 1410.
Experience the beauty of downtown North Platte and enjoy lunch or dinner at the Cedar Room. The Cedar Room is an unparalleled restaurant experience with this unique atmosphere where modern meets rustic. Enjoy a handcrafted cocktail made with the freshest ingredients by a master mixologist while dining from their delicious American fusion cuisine menu. Make a reservation by calling 308-532-4825 or reserve online at thecedarroomne.com. The Cedar Room, 505 North Dewey in beautiful downtown North Platte.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Jeff Smeltzer with the better eyes than I do. Landry Hammond checking in, number 11 for North Platte High.
Well, they look similar. He and Gunner, just Landry's a little shorter.
A little shorter.
Yeah.
Shout out to Landry Hammond. North Platte trailing 58-17. How about Hammond for three? Misses it short off the front rim and rebounded by Eric Sabala. Timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. See him on the one-ways, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B is Jake Kincaid fouls George Schmall, and to the free throw line Schmall goes. So far today has yet to score a point, Schmall has. Again, the clock unfortunately starting to tick down as we are into the running clock. London Beck Jr. checking in for Scottsbluff.
Good baseball player. I'm growing up, the North Platte boys faced him quite often. He's a pitcher on their team.
That's shout out to that Scottsbluff American Legion team.
Eric Sabalo's a good baseball player.
That
shortstop.
Team, remember that team 2 years ago was not the greatest, and ever since then they've really taken a step in the right direction. 59-17 after the free throw is made from George Schmall. 1 for 2. The bounce pass to Euling. Euling gets it to Kincaid. Kincaid working that block. Shot is up, and a foul is called. That goes against Kobe Strom. Strom's first foul, and Kincaid, who's been working the block really hard tonight against Keon Delgado, finally gets rewarded for his hard effort with a trip to the free throw line. I think Kincaid's looking for his first 2 points tonight, if I remember correctly.
He had one underneath. But
misses short on his first free throw attempt. Oh for 1 on this trip, and Kincaid misses a second, and it's rebounded by Eric Sabala. So 0 for 2 from Kincaid, who's normally a pretty good free throw shooter to his own rights. Schmall cross-courts it over to Beck. London Beck. Now to Carpenter, back to Beck. Beck surveying and feeds it back to Schmall on the far wing. And Scottsbluff resets. Shot clock turned off. 5:50 left to go. Stolen away by Jake Kincaid as he gets his hands into the passing lane. Kincaid bowling down Schmall. Shot is up and in! And Jake Kincaid with some good defense leading to good offense for the junior. And that is George Schmall's second personal foul. It's 59-19, a 40-point lead for Scottsbluff. But the Dogs putting in some points here in this fourth quarter. He misses the and one. And here comes George Schmall the other way as Bo Black back to the scorer's table to check in. Schmall, quick feed to Carpenter, who pulls the trigger for three. No good. Eric Sabala gets the rebound, tipping off the hands of Landry Hammond. And there's Logan Hayes, who comes down with it. Hayes on the far side of the court. Quick feed to Smeltzer. Jared Smeltzer now surveys and fires to Kincaid, who drives in on Strom. Kincaid, yes! Jake Kincaid putting together a good fourth quarter after a quiet start he had.
All 4 points here in the fourth for Kincaid.
Sabala trying to go baseline, but cut off by Euling. As driving and kicking to Sabala for three. No good. Good strong box out from Jake Kincaid, and rebounded as Jake Kincaid is now. Here comes Smeltzer. Getting a screen from Jake Kincaid. Smeltzer into the paint. Hop stepping. Flading with his shot. No good. Euling trying to fight for it, and it's off the fingertips of London Beck. And here comes Bo Black. He checks in for Jared Smeltzer. Checking in, Aiden McAllister and Will Green. There's only one person on this team I do not want to see in this game. 6'9", Connolly Asherell. It's not who I want to see in this game for it to end, as that's a block shot, gets a rebound, Kincaid, and he puts it right back up. So far, Jake Kincaid has been all 6 points for North Platte in this fourth quarter. As Eric Sabala now has the basketball, top the three-point line. Dogs back to that zone defense. Beck driving baseline on Hammond. Sabala for three. It's in. Another three-pointer this time. Eric Sabala joins the party.
They all can shoot.
3:20 left to go in the ball game. Hayes to Sam Euling, who then fires quickly to Hammond. Sabala misses to Kincaid down low. Kincaid up for the shot. A foul is called again, and Jake Kincaid will go to the free throw line. So far today, Kincaid has put up some good points in this fourth quarter, has yet to hit a free throw.
Yeah, 0 for 3.
0 for
so
3.
Let's jinx him in a good way.
There you go. If you bring the stat up more than enough times, he'll, oh, there he is. The thing I did not want to see is happening. Malachi Brown checking in for Scottsbluff, and Connolly Asherell, I think is his name. Asherell checks in, 6'9" freshman. Also checking in, Avance Moreno. You think they just can't get any taller, Jeff Smeltzer, and they just seemingly pull one out of the woodwork somewhere.
Every town has one, except
for us. I know, it makes no sense. Kincaid finally hits a free throw.
Double figures for Jake. He's got 10.
Has scored all of the Dogs 7 points in this fourth quarter. To the near side, Moreno with it. Lamont Moreno back to McAllister. Now at the free throw line, they go to the far side. A three from Malachi Brown. As that's kicked out of bounds. Scottsbluff will retain possession. 1:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. 62-25 the lead, as that's stolen away on the inbounds from Logan Hayes. Hayes now up the court, slowing down the pace to the near side. Hayes getting a screen from Kincaid. Now into a double team. Hayes with good patience into the lane, and another foul. This time against Aiden McAllister. Good patience from Logan Hayes to let the sea part defensively, find a soft spot, and cut right into it. As Logan Hayes has to tie his shoe. First foul for Aiden McAllister today is the fourth team foul for Scottsbluff, as still is tying his shoe.
With the clock running?
I was going to say, man, that was a long time to tie his shoe, unless he's one of those people that triple mots his shoe. 1:06 left to go in the ball game. Hayes makes the free throw. Jeff Smeltzer, what is Logan Hayes' free throws today?
He's 2 for 3.
Of course, I think North Platte's best free throw shooter statistically this season. Won the free throw competition many times, I say that, and he misses it. You know me and the caster curse. Happens all the time.
Sam Euling's two-time reigning champion. He's the current
holder of the belt. All right, is driving in now with it goes Moreno. Moreno lost the basketball, picked up over to McAllister. Now at the free throw line for Green. Green to Moreno. Avant Moreno with 28 seconds, floats one up short. Rebounded by Jake Kincaid. And now North Platte will look to get the final shot of this ball game. 62-26. 18 seconds left to go. Hayes hands off to Brecken Corco, who's checked in. Corco bounce pass to Kincaid. Jake Kincaid spinning. Kincaid's shot is blocked. He goes up again, getting the miss, and Jake Kincaid with another bucket. 62-28 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. And that is how this game comes to an end. It was a tough matchup. We knew Scottsbluff coming into this game was a team that was super difficult to guard. And they proved today why they are one of the best teams in Class B, vying for a state championship come a couple of weeks. And unfortunately for North Platte, they just were unable to really keep up with what Scottsbluff was offering in this ball game. And the final score here on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard, 62-28. It's a tough one, Jeff Smeltzer. It's a tough one to swallow because I thought there were some good things that the Dogs were doing in the first quarter and kept that game really tight. And then all of a sudden in the second, once Scottsbluff went on that 9-0 start to the second quarter, the Dogs immediately went away from what was making them super successful.
Yeah.
And it all just fell apart and finished quarter number 2, 21-2. And that's where it all fell apart.
Small margin of error when you're playing a team as good as Scottsbluff.
Yes. You got to almost play perfect. As I don't know what I'm trying to.
Brody?
Oh, is that really? Well, I'll be darned. It might be. I was trying to think. I just saw the side of his head kind of pop around.
I did, and I'm like, well, why is he here? I thought he's off at college, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, a lot of people are here today. It's a very important game as North Platte, unfortunately, in this one falls to Scottsbluff 62-28, and we talked about it a lot. This Scottsbluff team is all the money that everybody talks about. They are super, super unselfish. They play the basketball game the right way. They shoot really, really well. And for a team like North Platte that, again, is still trying to figure out itself offensively, it was going to be a tough matchup. And as you said, they had to play almost perfect. And a couple of small blemishes appeared in that second quarter. And after that, the wheels fell off the wagon. And that's how we got to the 62-28 victory for Scottsbluff.
Yeah, hats off Scottsbluff. They're legit.
They're a good team.
They're the real deal. Only thing missing, they don't have the big dominant post player. Kian Delgado is very good in there.
Yes, not like last year.
He's only 6'4", 6'5". They're going to face some teams. Scott probably. With the 6'9" George Zebel, but they're good. Anxious to see how they do against Norris. I think they take Norris down tomorrow. Again, I think the only team that can beat them is Scott.
And I mean, Scott is Scott.
And only because they have a big post player.
But
same with last year. I thought that was the only team that would take them down at state was Scott, and that's who it was.
That's who it was.
Just because they had two big post players and just got a bunch of garbage buckets.
And to be fair, I think a lot of people kind of wrote off Scottsbluff last year when they made that state championship run. I hate to be that guy, to be the one that says I did not believe in Scottsbluff making it as far as they did. I knew they were really good. I just didn't know if they were that good. So give them credits to them. They made it all the way over there and proved that they're a good team. And even with the loss of some key players from last year's team, they still, as you said, retool and rebuild the right way. And they are a team that is just so well put together. And a team that, for like North Platte, a team that you kind of want to base your future off of. If you want to look at a team that you kind of maybe want to steal their identity, but take parts away from, this Scottsbluff team might be the team that you take away from. Coach Pack likes to really play a good, unselfish game of basketball. And why not try to take it from a team like Scottsbluff, who their whole identity is playing unselfish basketball?
It's unselfishness, and then shoot when it's make the three-pointer when it is kicked out to you. And they put in a lot of time shooting. You can just tell. They spend a lot of time shooting and just working on offense because they're so smooth driving and dishing. That doesn't happen without doing a lot of repetitions.
And it does help that you do have somebody like Nate Kelly, who is, I think, D1 potential, a D1 player in his own right come the future. So it does help to have that on your team. But North Platte falls in this one, 62-28. We'll step aside, take a break. We come back. Jeff Smeltzer. It is our Quick Stop post-game show on FM 98.1 and AM 1410.
You ever feel like there's no time for cooking dinner? On the go, all the time. Dave's Place can cover your hunger wherever you want to eat.
Stop into Dave's for lunch and dinner at 502 East Francis. Order carryout and take it on the go or DoorDash it straight to your couch.
You can enjoy Dave's anywhere. And what goes great with pizza? Wings. Plus the big game on to watch with your friends.
Let Dave's Place do dinner for you. 502 East Francis in North Platte.
Mom, I'm hungry. I know where to go. Whoop, whoop.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to the Doghouse, FM 98.1, AM 1410. It is our time for our La Casa del Rio's post-game coaches interview. Head coach Jimmy Pack joins me here today. Tough loss here to Scottsbluff, 62-28. I mean, they're just as good as advertised when you look at their record and where they're placed in the state. They're just as deadly. And I really thought after that first quarter, it was pretty encouraging. We talked with Coach Hammond about how it felt like the team for the girls' side was moving the ball really, really well. A lot of great purposeful movement, and we saw that in the first quarter from you offensively. It felt like everything was clicking. The team was really finding some good opportunities on the offensive end, and then a couple of buckets in the second quarter went down for Scottsbluff, and unfortunately from that point on, it just went from bad to worse.
Yeah, we came out, and we've been saying for several weeks now, we got to put 32 minutes together. I thought we came out a lot better than how we came out against Crete. Obviously, having the home crowd, the house is packed, and we appreciate the support. That obviously gives you a jolt of energy, but you got to keep it up for 32 minutes. And, we've had a lot of discussions this year about when things don't go our way, we can't pout, we can't be babies about it. Our moms aren't going to come out on the court and make the ball go in for us. So, and we get in these ruts where 2 or 3 shots don't go in for us and 2 or 3 shots going for them, and it's like the sky is falling, and you got to be tough to be an athlete, and tough physically, tough mentally, and that's just something that we haven't been able to figure out this season, and it's frustrating beyond words because I see it every single day in practice that they can battle against each other and they chirp at each other, and then we go against somebody from another town and it's like we don't want to hurt their feelings. We heaven forbid the other team might not like us or something. So it's either they're going to figure it out or they're just going to have a long road to hoe for the rest of this season in any other sport that they're going to play, and there's just no two ways about it.
Yep, and I think, though, as you highlighted, I felt that first quarter, as you said, came out much better against Crete. We can see the fire in the team knowing this matchup, how big it was just being Scottsbluff being a top 3 team in the state in Class B. And they came out to play. I love the energy. I love the ball movement. And even on the defensive side, I really loved what the team was doing and really trying to limit a lot of those perimeter shots and force them to drive into a gaggle of white jerseys. And it was looking really, really good. And so, as you said, it's one of those things where the small bits of how you win a game kind of tend to lean away when things got out of hand. So instead of staying true to what the game plan was, it got a little off the rails to try and mount a comeback or at least find some energy into the team.
We put a lot. Obviously we don't have the size that we would like, so we've worked on a lot of different defenses, and maybe I'll wear that one. Maybe it's just find one that works and stick with it. But with our size, we've tried putting some zones in, and we worked a lot on a 1-3-1 zone this week. Came out, I think we got a stop or 2 to start, and then they hit 2 or 3 threes, and we got out of it and went man. And sometimes as a coach, you have to have a hard conversation with guys and let them know that what they think they're good at is not what they're good at. And when we go down 6 or 8, it's not time to start trying things that you think that you're good at that haven't worked for you all year or haven't worked for the team. We got to stick to what works and go with it. And it just comes down to physicality. Our guys just haven't quite embraced the physicality part of it for 32 minutes yet. One-handed passes, not faking a pass to make a pass, then it makes turn into turnovers, and turnovers just pile up. And, we're the only ones that can fix it. So we've got to figure it out before tomorrow. And
that's the good thing about it is it is something that it is fixable, and it's just up to the team to really dig deep into the trenches to come away with that. Because tomorrow's game against Gary is a winnable game. These last 2 games, Gary and Sydney, are 2 winnable games to at least build some confidence and some momentum going into districts, which again is shocking to say is starting here before you know it. So what are some of the things you've kind of told the team to get them not only prepared for tomorrow, but really get them reset for that game against the Bulldogs and the last home game, not only of the regular season, but also for the senior night, which is tomorrow?
Well, carryover. I tell them I go into every single game thinking it's a winnable game. I believe in what we do. We've had, and people probably don't believe it in the last 2 performances we've had, but we've had 2 unbelievable weeks of practice, and we've got to carry it over into a game, though, and carry over. And I've told them a million times, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. People want to cry about the offense that the high school football team runs, and I've been here long enough to hear no matter what offense we run, and every Joe Madden in this town thinks they know better because they were good in 6th grade at playing for Jefferson Middle School or elementary school. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And, we run a pretty basic offense. We want to get after on defense. Defense travels. Defense turns into offense. And once we put 32 minutes together, we've proven that against a tough team in York. We saw it that night. And I keep trying to hark back to them that they screwed up and showed me that they are capable of doing it when they all put it together. Got some younger guys in tonight, kind of threw them a little bit of an opportunity and saw what they could do. But, that right now our heart is our juniors and our seniors. And they've got to want it as much as anybody else in order for it to happen.
Coach, I'll have you know, I scored 2 points a game at my C-level middle school team, so I could potentially come in and offer some advice.
You'd be about like everybody else.
I was going to say I would join the club very, very well and fit right on in. Coach, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, of course, as we finish off the regular season at home versus Gering. As always, head coach Jimmy Pack stopping on by and stopping with us to talk all things Bulldogs basketball on our La Casa del Rio's post-game coaches interview. Jeff Smeltzer, I know you're going to yell at me because I stood you up last week. For the first time ever, we were going to go to La Casa del Rio's together. We are all talk when it comes to going there. We've been there.
Whoa.
We will say we've been there before, and it is delicious.
We are not all talk. I was there, and yeah, it was delicious.
I was doing some boss work. I kind of had the built-in excuse now of being the boss, so I have some work on my hands.
Yeah, you got to find your own replacement.
I know. We're still we're working diligently on that one. I've heard the interviews are going very, very well. Well, I can't say I heard. I'm conducting said interviews.
Yep.
But a tough one here today. Let's kind of just quickly jump into some scores here on the side of Scottsbluff and then get you out of here and prepared for tomorrow's game versus Gering. 18 points for Nate Kelly. I mean, it just looks so effortlessly what he does out there. And it's not even like he's, just because it's North Platte, all throughout the season, it just looks like he's not even trying, his hardest out there. And he's putting up 18 points, 4 rebounds.
So smooth, yeah.
Everything he does is just college-level basketball. And that's why he's going to UNK, where you got River Johnston, who is one of the stars of that program. And that combination's kind of scary, Johnston and Nate Kelly for that team.
And they've done some other good recruiting, too.
They have. That
they're
team
a team
is
on
really
the come.
good.
Yeah, they're getting better. Lopers are going to be a good team for years to come. So
10 points for Keon Delgado with 3 rebounds. 11 points for Riley Meininger. He has 3 threes in this game as well. Caleb Berta with 5 points, 1 3. Isai Sabala with 7, a 3 to his name as well. Eric Sabala with a 3, and that is how the scoring rounds out for Scottsbluff and the Bearcats.
Yeah, for the Dogs, Logan Hayes, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Sam Euling, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Jake Kincaid, 12.7 rebounds, and all but 2, I think, came in that fourth quarter.
Yep.
Jared Smeltzer didn't score, but had an assist. Harper Whitney, 4 points and a rebound. Caleb Waddell hit a 3. He had 3 points and a rebound. Reed O'Brien, I'm sorry.
I know you're good. There's a lot of numbers you got to get to.
Yeah, no points. He had a rebound. Bo Black comes in and gets 2 rebounds.
Good to see Bo Black get some action again. Yeah. Coach putting in a lot of the young guys. Tristan Graves, Landry Hammond got a lot of time. Bo Black saw some minutes as well. So a lot of the younger guys here late in the season got to see some minutes, which is, again, you always love to see because I know we focus on the seniors, and that specifically tomorrow with it being senior night, we'll focus a lot on them. But there is a lot of youth coming through this North Platte program.
Yeah.
This juniors team that is below them have some really interesting prospects that, I hate to say prospects, but talent through the systems that are making their way up.
Yeah. There's 7 juniors out this year and getting a lot of playing time. Sophomores.
The list goes on.
6 or 7, and they've been getting a lot of playing time here as of late. So, yeah, there's some
you can talk about
talent returning.
Griffin Whitney is going to be somebody. Brecken Corco. Landon Polk's been getting a lot of time. We've seen Caden Gale every now and then. Have yet to see LeBron Sharp, and I love LeBron Sharp just because his name is LeBron.
He suited up a few games for varsity, but I don't know if he's gotten in.
Bo Black, of course, Max Berry. We've seen a couple of Tristan Graves, Landry Hammond have been a consistent contributor in terms of those sophomores. Brecken Corco as well. So, as you said, a lot of these young guys haven't seen time, and it's exciting to see what they do in the future. But tomorrow is the big kahuna, I think, in terms of importance.
It's a winnable game.
It's a winnable game, and it's senior night, the last home game of this season. So a lot of emotions.
For the 3 seniors.
Are going to be on the table for this game.
Cannot stub your toe because Gering is good enough that if you don't play well, they'll
punch you in the mouth.
They'll run you too.
Yeah.
But they're not Scottsbluff. They're not Crete. They're not Bennington. They're not.
But they are still a really good team in front of you. Doesn't matter what their score is compared to Scottsbluff. That's a good team.
And they can shoot the ball as well. Ryland Ray is good. Max Judy.
Yep, he's pretty good.
Point guard Rizika, he's pretty good. There's a kid named Garcia, I think, that comes
off the bench.
Hezekiah,
I think it's that. Yes,
he's a tall kid. He can do some damage. So you got to play well, and I think they're ready for a game where they play well.
And I think, again, it would be the perfect opportunity for that to happen on senior night, if you ask me. But Jeff Smeltzer, as always, I applaud you and thank you for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow. Again, 1 o'clock tip-off for the girls against Gering. We'll have our Quick Stop pregame at 12:45. It's senior night. You have nothing going on Saturday. I know it's going to be really nice outside, but no better.
Valentine's Day, bring your sweetie here.
I was about to say, what wouldn't be a more romantic moment than bringing your partner, of course, as you bring your wife all the shout, which is funny because I think your wife is just as much as a basketball sicko as you are, which I think is great.
Look at that chair that she drags around.
She brings it all the time.
It's like
and I see her pacing up and down. If she didn't have to sit and stand still sometimes, I've seen her pace back and forth on some upper bleacher areas.
You want to see something? Go take one of her spin classes. She does that
does
Tuesday
she do that?
and Thursday morning. She teaches those at the rec center.
Oh my gosh! You know what? If I didn't have work in the morning on those days, I totally would go out and do that. You know
what time she starts? You're not working at that. Well,
what time would you say the first one is?
5:30.
Oh, that's when I'm getting up. Wow, good heavens! That's when they do those classes.
Oh, Leland Poppy, who was sitting up here, he's one of the regulars.
Shout out your wife for doing that at that early in the morning. I'm dedicated to waking up early for work. I don't know if I'm that dedicated for a spin class. That might poop me out just a little too much. But Jeff, thank you so much for stopping on by.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow, and we have some more great basketball ahead of us for North Platte High, the last home games of the season, as North Platte boys fall today versus Scottsbluff and the Bearcats, 62-28. The girls fell earlier today, 58-30. We'll be back here from the Doghouse tomorrow at 1 o'clock with tip-off on FM 98.1. AM 1410 video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at northplattepost.com.
My name is David Merrill. I'm the head chef over here at the Cedar Room. What I hope to bring to the community is an opportunity to explore new horizons that people maybe haven't before because it was too expensive, too intimidating, too abroad, and I just kind of want to bring an opportunity for people to try new things in, exciting ways that, are still small town affordable. Stop on by at the Cedar Room located here in the historic Canteen District.